Madness back.
Yeah, right on time, right? What is up, everybody? Welcome back, as always, to Hot Toys Hotline Live, episode 21. Holy crap, guys. Can you believe we're already at episode 21? And
Yeah,
here I
that's
am.
crazy to think about.
The
Yeah,
always
episode
on time
21.
stream. We always same time,
Exactly.
same thing.
Hey, maybe some people in the chat, they like the rotating times. It's kind of a mystery when we're going to start. But hey, guys, we
Yeah.
started early today, so let's say what's up to some people in the chat who got here early. Leighton, how's it going, dude? Good to see you. You made it here bright and early today. Some guy, how's it going, bro? Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Obviously, this week, we've been a little light on information as a whole, not only just from Hot Toys, but we haven't heard anything from basically any of these other companies. But there's been some stuff that we didn't get a chance to talk about, so we're going to talk about that.
We always
kind of have
guarantee plenty of hot air.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be all hot air tonight. It's going to be a bit of a shorter stream tonight, guys, because I got some funeral stuff to do tomorrow morning.
Oh man.
So because of that, we're going to be a little bit shorter tonight. Not anyone in my immediate family. It's my girlfriend's family. But Tough Soul, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. All right, guys. So we didn't get a chance to talk about this guy last week, so we're going to talk about him right off the bat here now.
One thing before we get going too much.
Sure, go ahead, Lane. Absolutely.
So everybody in chat, do you like how already that our man Connor is already starting his Josh Brolin Cable cosplay costume? He's already created the haircut and got it ready to go.
I was waiting for it, man. I was waiting for it. Last night, Lane and I were in a private stream chatting it up. He was unboxing. He was showing me his Boba Fett and everything, right? He brought it up, and I'm like, all right, Lane, that was a good one. So I knew he was going to bring it up on stream, so thank you, Lane, for getting that out of the way now.
I just wanted to get it out of the way because Cable figure is cool, but this is I'm Batman. So we know that we would forget about it. Everybody forget about it quick.
That's true. That's very true. But Lane, I'm going to ask you this. Since we have my cosplay figured out, when are you going to cosplay as Al from Al's Toy Barn? The perfect cosplay for you, Lane.
Someday over the rainbow, many moons away.
Thank you, some guy. Thank you so
I'll
much.
ship a Woody to your house.
Thank you.
The cut does look good, man. Your haircut looks good.
I appreciate it, man.
I didn't say
See, everybody but Lane appreciates the haircut. Hey, I will agree, though.
You
After
know
Lane
why,
said
right?
it, I'm like, damn, I kind of do look like Cable.
I mean, just from the front, like if you're looking at front view and everything, but that's the first thing I thought.
It is kind of like his haircut. I'll give you that. You got me there.
You can blame your figure because you were holding it up and I noticed
that's
it
true.
automatically.
Hey, but I can't escape it. I did my first. I haven't done one in a while, but I did a video where it was called Hotline hauls, and I have to do them more. But I was unboxing everything, and I unboxed Star-Lord, and everybody in the Discord was saying I look like the Star-Lord hot toy, so I can't escape it. I literally can't escape it.
Hey, you know what? I think some guy has the perfect thing here. You should do if you do actual review of Cable. He says you need the poncho. So if you do the Cable,
thank you, some guy, for encouraging Lane. Maybe I'll get the poncho now.
Yeah, you need to do them like when you're showing it off the first time or something, or dramatically doing a little skit thing showing the box and everything. You need to be having the poncho, and maybe you can add like when you're finishing there. I don't know what kind of editing you could do, but you could be doing it and if you do a dramatic little special effect to go to the actual review, then you could do out of your eye, kind of a light up like his would when he would be using his
Lane,
power.
Stop it with all these ideas.
That would be great.
Lane's over here building a whole cosplay that I'm not even doing.
No. I just said for your review.
Insane one. How's it going, bro?
Shout out Insane One. He is the real one.
He is. Insane's the realist. Carlito, how's it going, brother? I hope you're doing well. Good evening to you as well on this fine Thursday night with a lack of Hot Toys information. But hey, we're talking about something we haven't had a chance to talk about. So in the chat, before we start talking about this guy, how many people already have this figure? I'm very curious because I know we've received quite a few releases in terms of Batfleck. And I feel like this is one that some people only grab because they wanted that mother box. Like me personally, I wouldn't have bought this if it didn't get a new release because I know a lot of people were saying hit or miss things about the suit. But with that being said, I am very surprised by this price. I honestly expected it to be more. And I don't want to celebrate $300. We're not doing that here. We're not celebrating $300. But I will say it's like, I don't know. I've kind of expected this to be a bit more expensive. I don't know why it came in so cheap compared to what I expected, but I felt like they would throw that diorama base because look at all the Iron Man figures and such. They throw that diorama base in, and then they're like, "Cool, $445, $455," you know. So I was
look
like,
at the Toby.
Toby as well. Yeah, he's absurdly expensive, right?
Like $150. He's $150 more.
That's Marvel tax. DC
true.
tax probably don't exist.
Yeah, there ain't no That's right. There ain't no DC tax now.
That was the Toby tax.
Hell, DC's probably telling Hot Toys, "We'll pay you if you give us these figures."
Right? Please release it. Please let us release it. Yeah,
this is Justice League versus probably the biggest comic movie within the last year, couple of years. There will be like, there's probably not going to be a one that even the next Spider-Man may not do that in comparison to what that one did money wise and hype. I mean, there's a reason that is getting. I mean, it's not in-game level number of figures, but that's probably going to be for a single movie property or something like that. The most single figures it's going to take 5 years to actually finish. I'm kidding, guys. I hope I'm kidding on that, but for a movie to actually get,
man? Who knows?
Those are some good, figures that they're doing in some form of fact. But that's probably going to be the one we get the most of. So that I can get why that one's more expensive. Just certainly expensive.
That's true. But yeah, it's like this base is really cool, and I haven't looked, but this is not actually LED, is it?
I didn't look.
Honestly,
really
if that was LED, let me check, because now that has me curious. Because I noticed that before and I forgot to check on it. I don't believe it is, but I highly doubt it for the price. Yeah, it doesn't tell us. It just says specially designed. So that what that tells me? That it's not that specially designed, and then it's not LED. But that would be really cool. I mean, look in the photos. It literally looks like it's lighting up.
With all the diorama bases we've had this year, I'm going to speak more primarily with kind of the 2.0 reissues ones we had. So that would include some of the Iron Mans we've had, the 2.0, the Mark 5 one with the race car that looks like trash with the 2 small wheels and stuff.
We don't talk about that one. We don't talk about that base.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying.
Wipe from our memory, like like Men in Black. We could take a little thing and wipe our memory.
Of the diorama bases we've had for some of the reissues, and like, let's even talk about, I guess, even though I think it's kind of a different figure because it's No Way Home, but the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and the integrate, of ones we've had announced this year. For you guys, which one of not necessarily you're going to get the figure like all of these, but of the diorama bases, since we've seen them go all in. I guess you can even include for releases the Mysterio Iron Man one that was really cool.
Yeah, hey, we said this on last stream. It is literally the year of the base. That's like we're accessorizing. That's what we're doing.
Which one do you guys, if you were thinking whether it's going to be a year away or whatever, of some of the figures you've seen? This is after we talk about Batman. I'd like to get your guys' like kind of in transition from it.
Sure.
What base, if just going off the diorama, not worried about the rest of the figure, but of the diorama bases you've seen, whether it's from ones this, like, I guess, let's take it through the end of last year, of diorama bases we've seen announced, which one, if it was for just leaving the base, not including the figure or what the property is, what base are you guys most, like, would you be most excited for that the base makes you take a look there? So we're going to talk, this is for transition.
Be sure to bring it up. Yeah, be sure to bring it up. Let me touch on some of the comments and we'll get everybody's thoughts. We got a lot. Oh, there's a lot. Okay. Clone Trooper, how's it going, bro? He says any new reissues today. No new reissues. Nope. I like how he says new reissues. That's funny because it's not technically new. Get it?
But it's just like how they always say in commercials, new and improved. Well, which one is it? Is it new or is it improved?
Exactly. It's one or the other.
That's like when they say that they say they've renovated the apartments and you have to like move out to a new one because they mean the renovation is to your wallet, get you to spend more money, some new paint on it, and that hole in the wall that they had previously just got a little bit of
spackled over it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's brand new almost.
Right. And it's funny that Chris said it's like Apple. It kind of is like
it's
Apple.
Bigger,
like, the new iPhone 14 Pro Max, and it's like the exact same.
Yeah, but those phones you can't almost fit in. Those stupid phones you can't almost fit in your pocket. That's the whole point of a smartphone.
That's in my pocket.
That's what I like. I like bigger.
I
flags,
got deep
personally,
pockets. No, I'm kidding.
But... Oh,
Well,
shut
you work
up.
for UPS. You gotta have
Kumar.
I was just kidding.
How's it going, brother? I hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you as always. Loco Lou, what's up, Lou? How you doing? Lou says hit that like button. I appreciate that, bro. Yes, guys, hit that like button. And while we're here talking about the likes, guys, I'm almost to 300. I'm absolutely blown away because we just hit 250 like a week ago, and then I put up my Spider-Man video, and it helped a lot. I really appreciate you guys, seriously. If anybody is here joining us for the first time on stream, welcome. And thank you so much for being here. Let's see what else we got here. Steve Conrad. Steve, how you doing, bro? He said it looks great to him. If he was a Batman collector, I'd totally get it. Yeah, and I think that's fair to say. Like, you can appreciate a figure and not be a fan of the franchise, and like, or even a fan of the character. Because like, look at Reva. Like we briefly talked about this on Nate's stream the other day, but Reva is number 2 or was number 2 the last I looked in top sellers. And everybody kind of dislikes that character, and they weren't a fan of the character's portrayal in the show.
Inquisitor, he's been number 1, which is insane because he's literally a character you can say did nothing but like die
and have a funny meme. Hey, he had a meme.
He had a funny joke.
Hello, that's the best meme of the whole show, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I mean, it is kind of funny when you think about it. A guy who talked pompously, pretty much the entire show.
He talked a big game.
Yeah, he talked pompously to people who were his subordinates, and then when he tried to talk up to the big man, he just kind of went, "We will go hunt him." And he went, well, you're kind of the big scary black armored dude, so okay, sounds good."
Basically, yeah. Essentially, that's what happened. TK, how's it going? He says, easy pass unless they state they fixed the Batsuit material. I think somewhere somebody said that they improved it, but I don't see anything.
Yeah, it's supposed to be improved.
Yeah, I don't see any like specific details. I don't know if you saw anything, Cigars.
I think it was, I don't know if it was on their Facebook details, but Nate read it. When this came out, he read it, and in the description it said that they had improved the suit.
Ah, okay. Okay, I mean, hey.
By how much? We don't know, because we don't got the figure. So.
Exactly. We lose that, because remember what happened with Sideshow with General Grievous? They told us they improved that, and I fell for that scheme. But, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it is improved. Especially, I mean, who knows if they'll ever do like another like the standard look for Batman if they ever redo that one. That one has a lot of issues, so we'll see like how far they go with reissuing these. Originally, everybody was like, "Oh, are they going to do the whole Justice League again?" And it's like, I don't think so. I think this was just like a quick, easy release for them for the Batman Day, just to give us something new. So I think that's what this was. After seeing the whole Batman Day basically yield nothing else, I'm like, okay, that's what this was for. And it's surprising they went with this and not the 89 Batman. Like
I know.
Right, I'm like, Batman Day, you got to give us the Michael Keaton Batman, right? And it's
thought that they were. Well, I thought everything was kind of a letdown for Batman Day because it didn't. Really
it was nothing. It was this. I mean, this is a beautiful figure. Don't get me wrong, but like, this is it.
I just mean for Batman Day in general. Like, it really didn't.
Right, other companies, they didn't do anything either. There's like it was
like
basically
Batman Day is coming.
It's because they're all working so hard to get all those Marvel figures made for all these shows coming out. That's what they're doing. Carlito says he has this figure. He got it to go with his Justice League Batmobile. If Hot Toys puts out a licensed Justice League Batmobile, I'm selling the one I have and getting the Hot Toys version. Yeah, that's the way to do it, man. Especially if it's improved over the one that you have. I would do the same thing. Don Prime. How's it going, Don? I hope you're doing well. Good evening, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Boba Fettuccine in the house. You always make me hungry every time. Cut off the Boba part, just the fettuccine part. Always makes me hungry.
It's funny. I made fettuccine Alfredo last weekend for my son. It's his favorite meal.
Good. I don't blame him, dude. It's so good. I haven't been eating much stuff like that lately, but when I'm feeling like just splurging, I got to. Lou says, road to 300, 500 around the corner. I myself had that milestone, 500 subs. Let's all get to 1K beyond. Absolutely, dude. Congratulations on the 500, by the way. All right, so we'll let the comments pile up a little bit more. So, Lane, you kind of touched on it briefly, but I kind of want to get your thoughts on this figure in terms of, do you think this was the best idea to release this for our release for Batman Day? And do you think this is warranted? And also, what do you think of the price?
Honestly, I haven't really paid attention much to this figure because I'm not a Batfleck fan. Like, it just kind of, I looked at it real quick and went, okay. Because I'm not familiar with all of the old Justice League because I never have really looked or intended to collect any of them.
Right.
I think the suit looks cool. I'm not too clear with exactly what the differences are between this and the normal Justice League Batman. I guess
This
there's
has
some
armor
voiceovers.
plating on this one. Has
Yeah.
armor plating on the outside.
Yeah, and the cow's a little bit different too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's
Honestly,
see.
I would just kind of, I would tell you if I was like dead set on trying to get a Batfleck Batman, I would get the Nightmare Batman. I think that one's much cooler.
I would agree. I mean, dude, the Nightmare Batman
think
is
the
so
jacket-
badass.
And I think
Who has the Nightmare Batman in chat? Let us know.
I'd
That
vote.
figure,
yeah,
I'm
from the
excited for that,
2-pack
man.
or the
Dude,
original. Well, do you think now raising up, going back? So obviously, I'm not exactly the best one to speak to this figure because I just kind of went, like, you know me, you saw me with Boba Fett, like that figure. I was just with the throne. I was just like, I was all locked in on that one and stuff.
Right.
But I think the price point. What does anybody know, or what his original price point was for the original one that came out a few years back? I
This
know it's
Batman?
not. I know it's not completely fair to compare it, but I'm
Let me
interested
see.
to know.
I think it was.
There's
Like
267.
Yeah, it was like in the 250s to 260s.
266 was the original
Okay.
price.
So I think for what we've seen now, now this is contingent that they've made some improvements to the suit, and so I'm not expecting like radical changes to it.
But,
But if
just so
they've
it's not
improved the
falling
material-
apart.
Yeah, so it's I would take it. Let's say
Now that
he
looks
made
good.
it. Yeah, let's
That
just say we'll theoretically
Oh, yeah,
let's
it's
do
wired.
this as since it's not coming out for a year and a half or 15 or 16 months. Let's just go theoretically. The main thing they changed, they fixed most of the major issues with the old thing that was causing people problems. We'll just go bare minimum. They changed that stuff, and that's the main thing they did.
Right.
You know, like Nightmare Batman was very similar, but they completely changed the jacket to that like leather jacket, which is fantastic.
Right. That was a
Let-
huge improvement. A huge
Yeah, so
Yeah,
let's
compared
just-
to the first one.
well,
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll just say they did something that kind of equivalent fixing stuff for this one. It may be just the same thing and they just vomited something out. We don't know. But if they did those changes, I guess I can go with the amount of stuff in the is this a re-release of the diorama base that came with the original figure, or is this new?
No, I think this is new, right? Or at least it didn't come with this figure originally. I think the original figure had the Justice League base.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll go off the theory.
Yeah, the
it's
original
a new
figure
base
had
for
the
it.
Justice League base.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll go off the theory. This is a new base, or maybe that's the new thing with this figure for the helping make the price increase. I mean, your miles can vary with diorama bases sometimes. You know, that depends on your personal preference. Some come out better than others, but I guess the price I think would be fine. I guess I would say I would compare it to how look at the accessories, everything this comes up with, and has a diorama base. Look at Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, which is awesome. Not super recent, but that's within the last couple of months. That one was put out for pre-order. I know it's Spider-Man, so it's the biggest kind of
paying
popular
that
thing
Toby
right now.
tax.
Yeah, but
I
if
think
we're
that's
just-
a thing, dude. I feel like they had to pay a lot to get his likeness.
But
Oh
it
yeah,
was
dude,
like-
it's Toby freaking Maguire, man.
yeah.
He needs money.
Yeah, but,
He ain't been
he
in
does
nothing
need
lately.
money. Yeah, but I guess I would just say, just going off the figure, that figure for with a lot less, like the base version, not the deluxe, obviously. I mean, the deluxe is a whole different debate for being as much as an Iron Man for 44, like $10 cheaper than the re-release for Mark III, which comes with a diorama base too, so we can't even use that against it.
That's true.
But I think that Toby's 300 even, same price.
Without
And it
the
comes
base,
with
yeah.
less. And it's just got a regular whatever Spider-Man base.
And this has like half a head sculpt. It's got 4 swap out mouthpieces.
Yeah, so I mean there is the two, but I don't get completely warped into all that kind of stuff sometimes. This has got Ben Affleck. You can look at this and see it's Ben Affleck's face in the Spider-Man.
Oh, absolutely.
In the Batman.
In the Batman. Yeah,
it's very
absolutely.
clearly him. So it's not like there's confusion or an Iron Man, which has got the Iron Head, which it's both, it is Tony Stark, but it could be Arno Stark for all you know inside the armor with the faceplates now.
I
So
would agree, yeah.
I don't know if you guys, I think the price point in comparison, like you could probably give me a better argument between like comparing these figures that Spider-Man should maybe be $290, like $10 cheaper or something like that than this Spider-Man.
Yeah, absolutely. We were
and then
all
this one,
very
or
shocked.
$15 price or whatever. So I think it's okay. Do I think it's great? But if this base is complete, I'm just going, this base is completely new and they have completely, in theory, they fixed all the previous issue people have complained about for years for the figure. Like they touched it up so it's not going to be as bad, or it lasts maybe twice as long or whatever. Right. I guess $300 would be a good price, but it's still very expensive, obviously, for just a non-special edition whatever figure. Or
yeah, it's kind of like this one also is expensive.
Is it? Because I mean, is it like a deluxe for like the okay? Comparing Batman to what? Why am I saying Cad Bane? That's a deluxe $290.
Here's a good example, like Pennywise, still in stock, $267, I believe he was retailing. He comes with a ton of stuff in that cool base, so it's like it is still high compared to what we were paying like a year ago, even. But compared to now, we could say it's more fair, you know. So we're kind of playing that game where we're like, yes, it's fair.
And we're talking DC. I know it's maybe not fair, like you said, to compare DC to Marvel for probably maybe one of the most sought after figures from a line that is probably going to have the most individual releases done by Hot Toys for a movie for a while. If they seem to be following their normal path where they're doing 1 to 3 or I know they're doing 5 for Obi-Wan, but you know, for a lot of the other movies, it's like between 1 and 3 figures. Is like you know, Doctor Strange, which is the most successful other Marvel movie, has 3 figures.
Right.
Or I guess 4 SKUs technically for Scarlet Witch, but you know
I know what you mean. Martin, how's it going, bro? Martin says hit that like button. Absolutely hit that like button, guys. Get us up to that 50 likes. Last time we tried to get the 50 likes and we didn't quite get it, so Lane got a break this week on the beard. But hey, anytime we get those 50 likes, I'm willing to press them. He started this stream with a joke. He started roasting me right off the bat, so absolutely.
I didn't roast you. I was pointing out how fine your hair
Lane, don't you dare. You know who didn't roast me was Cigars. Cigars supported my haircut, but you did not. So, guys, if you want me to harass Lane about the beard again, 50 likes. And I don't even care if it's live. If we get it after the fact from the recording, I'll harass him. Don't worry. But let's see. Let's touch on some of the comments. Some says he most definitely has the Nightmare Batman. It's his favorite in his small collection. Dude.
Hold on. It's not a small collection.
Exactly.
It's a growing collection.
Exactly. I was about to say that. Thank you. So never I always like to say this. Never compare your collection to anyone else's. If you a collection to me is 2 or more. So if you say you have a collection, I think you have 2 or more Hot Toys, and that's a start. You don't have to be where a lot of like veteran collectors are right now with hundreds of Hot Toys. As long as you got 2, you got yourself a collection, and that's a great start, you know. But yeah, dude, the Nightmare Batman, I don't have it yet. I think I have 1 payment left on that pack, and I'm very, very excited. Since I got all of my Justice League figures finally, it's just going to be like a huge asset to that whole collection. So I'm really, really excited. I'm glad to hear that you dig it. I got really lucky with that too, because I didn't get the original and he was super expensive. And then to find out that they updated the coat, that's kind of what put me over the edge to get that pre-order. Apart from the fact that I rewatched the Snyder Cut right before. Once they announced that coat was updated, I was like, dude, I got to get it now, because that was the biggest detractor before. Now there really is no detractor. Now it's like, damn, I got to get it. So I'm really, really excited to get that one. Clone Collector, how's it doing? Oh, Chrome Collector, you changed your name.
He changed his name. Nice.
I had a feeling that was coming. But I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good birthday, guys. If you could, say happy belated birthday to Clone Collector. He just had a birthday recently. I hope you had a great day, though, dude.
Happy belated.
Absolutely, man.
Yep.
Carlito says he just got his Nightmare Batman with the 2-pack. It's an awesome figure. Not his favorite look for the Batman, but probably the best Justice League Batman figure IML. Dude, yeah, and I think the biggest thing that figure has going for it is the longevity with the materials, especially now that coat is fixed. I think that one's the most likely to survive the test of time over the others. You know, even with this new one, we don't know. Like Cigars was saying, we don't really know to what end this was improved. Because you could say improved anything, and you could make one minor change, and you could say improved because it is an improvement over the original because it didn't have that one minor change, you know? So, absolutely. Let's see.
I hope it's not the addition of a wired cape is the new and improved for this figure.
I know. The wired cape does look really nice. We got a General
Grievous issue again.
That's exactly what it's
going
to
be. New and updated. Just the cape.
Right. Lou said he harasses Lane just for the hell of it. That's not nice, Lou. That's okay. I do sometimes too. Lane harasses me. I feel like Lane harasses me more than I harass him.
I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah.
Lane likes to bully you.
Yeah, he is a bully. But it's okay. It's okay. I reciprocate it, so I deserve it sometimes. TX Boy, how's it going, my friend? He says, what's up, everyone? I hope y'all are doing good. nice to come home and catch you guys live. Congrats on the Churro Snag, Hot Toys Hotline, and CMB. Yes,
Oh, thank you.
CMB got his today, man. I was super excited. V, I guess, didn't get his yet. He maybe tomorrow, but
big shout out to Hot Toys Hotline and Wolf Moon for
Wolf
helping
Moon. We couldn't have done it without you, Wolf Moon. I know you usually catch us on the recording, so if you're watching this, once again, I can't thank you enough. Can't thank you enough, man.
Big
We
shout
really
out, bro.
appreciate that.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yomo, how's it doing? Or how's it going? I hope you're doing well. Yomo says, as far as my collection goes, I have one So-So toy. Which So-So toy do you have in your collection? I've been eyeing up So-So toys for a while because I feel like they're doing really great work from what I've heard and seen in videos and photos. And they have done some stuff where I'm like, oh man, that'd be cool to have in my collection. But with the third-party stuff, you kind of have to like time it. You know, you gotta like, okay, is Hot Toys going to release this? Let me think about that. You know, and that's how it is.
Budget.
For me. Exactly.
You got a budget because you don't want to buy a third-party figure and then the next day Sideshow hits you up and says, "Oh, guess what? Your figure came in early, so we're going to go ahead and take your payment."
Yeah, and once you start dipping into the third-party stuff, man, it's just a never-ending cycle because they make a lot of stuff that all of us would love to see from Hot Toys, but they're just never going to do.
Yeah.
Ash
I collect
Chase,
like
the
BTS
legend.
toys.
How you going, bro?
BTS toys for third party, like their Ghost of Tsushima figure. God, I love that figure. Just because of that figure is the reason why I went ahead and pre-ordered the Rurouni Kenshin figure from them, the Battle Damage Saitama. Or Batusai, not Saitama. That's One Punch Man. Batusai.
I wouldn't know one way or the other, so you could have just left it at that, and I would have said nothing. Guys, let's take a brief look at the Last Chance page because actually someone just disappeared from this page, and I think we all know if you're signed up for the text notifications from Sideshow, I'm sure you know. Guess what, guys? The War Machine, the Punisher War Machine is gone. So coupon actually pushed him over the edge. As you can see, nothing else has really changed here. But yeah, let's pull up the listing. I actually had a hard time finding this listing. I guess it got pulled immediately because he actually went to sold out status. So he's not even on wait list. He's on sold out status. Whoops, pulled up the wrong page. He's on sold out status. So guys, I mean, we can't really be too surprised by this. This guy has been sitting forever and a day. But the crazy thing with this is that's what Sideshow's new tactic is. It seems like the stuff that's been sitting for a while, they're just throwing like 30% off coupons at us. Like, I don't know about anybody on the panel. Feel free to chime in. Have you guys bought anything from these coupons, like these text deals that they've been sending out?
No. But I mean, most of these figures that they got the deals for, I already have them.
Nope.
Like I got Punisher War Machine when it first came out.
Yeah, I mean, for me, dude, this is a beautiful figure. I think what really sold me on this one is if it had a John Bernthal head sculpt. I know this is like based on, I think, Marvel Future Fight, the mobile game. Mm-hmm. And the head sculpt looks really cool, don't get me wrong. But, you know, that's my attachment to the Punisher as a character is with John Bernthal. So if it had that head sculpt, I would have been like, damn, that's an easy purchase for me. But who knows? Maybe he'll show up in the future. That would be insane. That would be absolutely insane. But
well, he's supposed to be reprising the role of Punisher.
Yeah, so who knows what he'll show up in? I mean, if he showed up in like Armor Wars or something, and like this armor,
I think he might, honestly,
that'd be insane,
because
man.
Marvel said that there's going to be multiple armors in the show, and the picture that they released it with was it was Punisher War Machine, but it was a different armor. Like his face looked, the helmet didn't have a painted skull; it was shaped like a skull, and then
sick,
his chest piece is the same way. It's not painted; it's shaped like a skull.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people would buy that. I mean, it's John Bernthal, and it's like a new take on the mask. Like the fact that it's shaped like a skull, I think makes it that much cooler. Mm-hmm. But yeah,
I'm excited for Armor Wars because if they do it right, we may see War Machine as War Tank.
Yeah, dude, that'd be insane. Armor Wars has so much potential. I think over a lot of what we've seen on the roadmap, I think Armor Wars is up there in terms of potential.
Mm-hmm. So Same with Mech Strike.
And Mech
Did you see? Remember when Sideshow accidentally leaked that picture and it was Black Panther Mech Strike?
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, if we get those Mech Strike figures from that comic line, it's gonna be insane. Because
absolutely,
my son wanted that line, so I bought him the comics and I would read them with him. And just looking at the artwork, even when I was looking at the artwork, I was like, man, I hope we get like figures of these. These things are badass.
I know. Yeah, I was really excited for that. Anything Black Panther, dude. Like, honestly, I love that film so much. I'm really hoping that Wakanda Forever brings us more releases because I'm really, really excited to see that movie, and I'm excited to see how they take the story. But
Yeah.
let's see. Real quick, Peyton, how's it going, bro? Good to see you as always. I hope you're doing well. Yomo says, I did order In-Art Joker from Toys of Wonderland. Hopefully they don't screw me over. They were the only ones that had it, and I really wanted it. Yomo, I hope that you don't get screwed over. As of right now, I mean, it seems like very hit or miss who's getting their orders and who is stuck in like an unlimited waiting queue. Of course, here on this channel, we'll never encourage you guys to purchase from them. And I admittedly, I have purchased from them in the past, but at the point they are right now as a company, I personally would not give them my money, regardless of what the deals are. Like, because I've heard of people like, oh, cool, you got a Taskmaster for $140 shipped. That's an insane deal. But do you have it yet? Most people will say no because they don't. But I wish you the
got
best.
it for $140 and $300 shipping.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah,
Heard all the above.
Yeah,
I ordered for Toys Wonderland once, and I'll never do it again. Like, I ordered that Cyborg Spider-Man from them.
Oh, that's
because
right.
I used
that's
my
right.
Sideshow account to get it for my son, so it was limited to one. So I went to
Right.
Toys Wonderland, ordered it, and they took payment, obviously, everything. Stuff started getting out. People were posting pictures. They got Cyborg Spider-Man from Toys Wonderland. I kept hitting them up after, like, for a month. Like, hey, when am I getting it? You know, you're delivering these batches out. You know, it's not even the first batch. It's the second batch. So what's going
Right.
on? And every time it was an excuse. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to contact PayPal. Told PayPal who it was. And literally
like, "We're very familiar."
they said, yeah, that's exactly what they said. We're very familiar with that company. Don't worry, your money will be deposited in your account in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, there you go. So, but yeah, that's the unfortunate situation, guys. Like here on this channel, like Comic Concepts, good to go. CollectorZown, absolutely good to go. Sideshow, good to go. Like there's plenty of legitimate companies in the U.S. I know sometimes Toys Wonderland, those deals are like, it's like they're holding, it's like, gotcha, $1. They throw it in front of your face, you know what I mean? But it's like, you guys got to be careful, man. And again, I admittedly, I have purchased from Toys Wonderland like 3 or 4 times, but I've learned my lesson now. I mean, I thankfully have not been screwed over, but I just don't trust them. And I wouldn't send our viewers over there because I just don't trust them. If I don't trust them myself, I'm not going to trust them to have your guys' business. So, but yeah, Yoma, I hope everything works out. As of right now, they're not like taking everybody's money and running. They're just very behind on a lot of these orders. So, let's see who's joined us since we started talking about this. Let's see, Violet. How's it going, Violet? I hope you're doing well.
Hey.
Guys, one day on stream, I'll have to show you. Violet is an amazing artist. You got to check her out on Instagram. I believe her Instagram handle is the same thing as her name on YouTube. Correct us if I'm wrong, Violet. But she does amazing, like she'll basically like take a printout and do her own take and color it with these amazing glittery colors and such. And she's just very, very talented. And she did a picture for me of a Stormtrooper with the colors of the Hot Toys Hotline banner. So it's really, really beautiful. I got to show you guys on stream one day. I definitely will.
Yeah, she did some art for me and my son too, man.
Oh, that's right. She did some for you as well, and P-Rock and some other content creators and such. So
it's great art, man. If you guys got a chance, definitely check her out and help support her.
And she's like got the bug now, so she's just posting stuff basically every day. So it's really fun to look at. She does amazing work. Our boy, Thick Bantha Boy, how's it going, dude? I appreciate that, man. You're always here hyping me up. I really do appreciate you for that, dude. But yeah, guys, that's Dunzo for Punisher War Machine. As you saw, nothing new on the Last Chance page. I'm very surprised that it's moving a bit slower. But it's good. It's good that they're slowing down and not scaring the crap out of us every week now. Hopefully, it slows down a little bit on stuff selling out.
Does it make you more nervous for October now, though? For like
it does. It absolutely. Yeah, it absolutely
does. They're saying
does.
stuff is delayed or whatever, so you could just be having 4 payment notices in the same week. For as much as we've said how it's been inconsistent, I guess would be the best term for Hot Toys getting stuff out. I mean, when you really think about it, it wasn't October last year was kind of when we had a lot of the, 3 figures a week, a couple of weeks there where we had it. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get clonked over the head.
Clonked. I like that word, Lane. Clonked.
Clonked
over the head.
Clonked.
It's like a sound effect from old school comics.
Right. It's like a little speech bubble. Clonk.
But we could be next month, like just where we run, because some of the, maybe not as much as some of these hadn't been delayed till next month, but you could find some with 2 or 3 a month for the, not next week, but the week after, starting the week afterwards, after like New York Comic Con time frame, the rest of it through Halloween. That's when we got smacked like with multiple short troopers and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So next month could be the
very well
month.
could be. It could be the SmackDown. That's what it could be. Okay, sorry, Violet. So it's Violet's Vibrant Coloring. So if you want to check her out on Instagram, that's her Instagram handle. Okay, Yomo. Sorry, I breezed past your comment earlier. So the one figure that you have is the So-So Nightwing, and you said you also got that from Toys Wonderland. You had no issues. Yeah, I hope you have no issues, dude. Like I said, I don't wish anybody to have issues from them. I know we're telling people not to go there, but if you have current orders with them, I really hope everything goes smoothly. But I think after that, you should consider maybe buying elsewhere.
It's Toys Blunderland, man. What could possibly go wrong?
Right. Of course, make your own decisions, but that's just my personal opinion. I wouldn't do it. And this is coming from someone that has purchased from them 3 or 4 times, So I do have experiences with them. And they weren't bad experiences, to be honest with you. One time I actually had an issue with one of the figures. Actually, my DX-17 Maul I got from them. And I had an issue, and they did give me a partial refund. So I got to give them credit where it's due on at least on my orders. They did take care of me, but things have changed, So that's just how it is right now. Let's see. Some says he's purchased from Comic Concepts. He loves them. Yeah, Josh is awesome. I believe he did say he's going to be backing up on the Hot Toys orders a little bit and kind of focusing on statues. I believe I heard that's on one of the streams he was on, but as of right now, I'm sure he has plenty of stuff. So if you guys want to purchase from somewhere that's reliable in the U.S., definitely check out Comic Concepts. But yeah, guys, so another one that unfortunately is arriving a bit later than a lot of people expected, because Sideshow did send an email out for this figure, and I believe, Lane, you got the original. You were in that original wave of emails, weren't you?
No.
Oh, you were not? Okay.
No, I am getting him, but I am getting from him from my LCS.
That's right. Yeah,
that's why I was thinking that I might have to get ready next month to pick him up, because people are starting to finally see him. But no, this is one of the 2 bad boys, like the 2 bad boys right now, since this is one. I guess maybe other than also Throne Boba's causing some problems too right now. But these guys were ones that nobody has gotten yet, that they said, hey, we're charging you. It's coming early or coming. Right. And then they said, oops, it's not coming until next month now. After charging you, like, this one's worse in some ways because this is like $375 figure. So you might have spent $400.
Very expensive. Very expensive, but I think it's going to be worth it as long as it comes out as reasonably so. In the pictures.
As long as you take it out and we realize Hot Toys like forgot to put all the nails into the joints, and you pull up the legs and they just go.
I just clonked to my desk. Is that the word you use, Lane? Clonked.
Clonked.
Look at my giant water bottle, guys. I just clonked to my desk with it.
Yep.
Dude, I just cannot wait to get this figure, man. Just seeing the 001 there just makes me all feel nice and happy.
I know, big, I love it.
Not overly beefy. I'm looking at you in game.
Joel, hello. Welcome to the stream for your first
time.
Hopefully it'll be your favorite stream on Thursday evenings. But yes, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're doing well.
We're showing you the blast from the past that's coming that we're all super excited for.
Exactly. We're just our wishes. We're wishing that these figures actually eventually start shipping. But yeah, so I agree, Lane. And you and I kind of share the same love for this suit of armor. And we both have been really excited for this one for a while.
Original bases. We've been talking about diorama bases.
Right.
This one I think this is like the old one, but this is perfect for the figure. Even though it's a reissue, sometimes you kind of wish maybe they make a couple tweaks here and there for a figure that's
I would agree. Yeah, absolutely.
For some years old, but this is going to be the last. Like, this is the original War Machine. So this is not that stripped down version from Endgame, the fanny pack version.
Yeah, this is real nice, man. I'm really excited. The fanny pack version.
Everybody in the chat is writing clonked.
Yeah, we're not. That's an official meme on Hot Toys Hotline. Clonked. That's what we're gonna say if it's a bad release. Clonked. Yeah, I agree, Lane. This is a beautiful figure. I'm really excited for it. I hope that it doesn't get delayed too far, because I would like to get this one in my collection before the end of the year. This is one that was like on my list, and I'm like, I got to get this one before the end of the year.
Did you get the Mark V reissue to go with it, or did you just decide to go with this one because you had some other one you were going to get?
So here's my plan, right? I like to live dangerously on the edge. So
some would say collecting Iron Man Hot Toys is living on the edge, since your average price is
that's true.
$400
And you know how many I have and how many I have on pre-order. So I'm getting clonked by Hot Toys. I'm getting clonked.
You're getting
collecting Hot Toys Iron Man is pretty much like collecting Sideshow premium formats, just because of the price tag.
Yep, and the space, man. It's like I love all the suits I've got and the ones I got on pre-order, but I'm like, all right, you can calm down now. But okay, but what I was saying was, the reason I'm saying I'm living on the edge is because I'm waiting for another Mark 6. Because guys, I'm gonna keep saying it. I know we're gonna get another diecast Mark 6. It's not very hard to predict. You know how Hot Toys is pushing out these Iron Man suit 3.0.
Holiday exclusive. You heard it here first.
There you go. Lane saying it's a December advent calendar.
Yeah,
can you imagine?
Christmas from Howard with love.
Thanks,
Christmas.
Mom. It's an Iron Man Mark 6.
Here's $440 or $445 Mark 6 without a head sculpt. Enjoy.
Right. Yeah. But hey, even if it doesn't have a head sculpt, that's like the last of the original suits that I really want is that Mark 6. Like, we got the Mark 3. The Mark 1's on pre-order. The Mark 3's on pre-order. The Mark 7 is already in my collection, so I'm like, just give me the Mark 6 and I'll be happy. I do like that's true. If we got the Mark 4 with the gantry, like I'd grab that too. The original suits, they have a special place in my heart. I just love how bulky they are, and that's like the origin of Tony Stark and how he got to the point where he was in Endgame before we lost him. You know,
well, that's also what helped the Mark evolution. 5, I think that's what also I think helped give the Mark 5 kind of its uniqueness at the time, because it was so different than all the other Iron Man figures. And it still is somewhat, but I mean, the skinnier look that they got, and then the, with all the nano machines and all that kind of stuff and everything they used later for the suits and everything. But plus those ones can go with this big beefy boy.
Yeah,
much easier.
I feel like you could put this with a lot of different Iron, especially like the original 7. I feel like it would look great with either one of them, but. Yeah, Mark 6 would make a lot of sense because that's what was obviously in the scene when they were fighting the Whiplash Mark 2. And the Mark 6, I think, my prediction is it won't have that really cool like Avengers Tower, Tony like Stark Tower display base. It's going to have this one, like a companion similar base, kind of like the Boba Fett 2-pack, for example. It has 2 of those like grass bases, But guys, real quick, we have 37 people in here. Thank you so much for being here, of course. I really appreciate it. Drop a like if you haven't already, and if you're not subscribed, we're right around the corner to 300. So if we can get to 300 before the end of this stream, or even by the end of this week, I'll be blown away, because it's like we were just at 250 last week, and I'm still in disbelief. So thank you all for being here. 38 people, that's incredible. Who's grabbing this War Machine, and who's a little disappointed it's pushed back? Let us know in the chat. Again, this is one that Lane and I know for at least the better part of 6 to 8 months have been talking about this guy, and it's like we're kind of hoping and praying that he came out on time, and maybe on Hot Toys website he's on time, but at least in Sideshow land he got pushed back.
Yeah, as we always talk about, we have to go off here in the United States what is listed, which makes it easier now for now how they do it for a 6-month time period. Now we know how the people in Hong Kong feel when they get that within the half year you'll get it. So you're like, that's great.
It sucks. And in Hong Kong, they got it bad because, yes, they get stuff early most of the time compared to the U.S. releases, but they got to pay for it up front. So can you imagine that, guys, if you had to pay for everything up front? Like, it sucks. We got it good with Sideshow and other companies that offer payment plans because we don't have to pay everything up front. We have time to think about it, change our mind, Once you pay up front at Secret Base, that's it. So
yeah, I mean, if you change your mind, I mean, at least we can say we lose $25 or $30 versus $300.
Yeah,
which make it impossible.
Yeah, every Iron Man moving forward, I want to see USB. Totally agree. Not only because it's a better technology than those crappy little button cell batteries, but for our friends in Australia, Ash included, that are getting kind of blackballed out of getting certain figures because of the batteries. I'd like to see you guys have the same options that we have, because you know how it feels when you can't get something that other people are able to get. It sucks. So For the benefit of all of us, I would like to see USB everything moving forward. Those button cell batteries, I mean, who actually uses those?
For that? They seem to work pretty well for that. The Miles Morales, which is one of the first ones that had.
Yeah, but that one's like one that you want USB power the most for, the 2020. I think it is 2020, 2020, whatever the suit is. But yeah, USB moving forward for everything is my opinion. I feel like everybody in the chat would agree with that. Like, let's stop with the button cell batteries. We don't want those anymore. It's like, it's time. You're upgrading your prices, so upgrade our figures. You know, that's what we want to see. We want to see a continual trend with the USB power. So, yeah. So that's War Machine. Another one, guys. It's at least for me. I don't know if everybody's kind of lost hype for this figure, but for me, this is a highly anticipated figure. And this is one I feel like got a lot of disrespect when it first dropped. Everybody was calling this poor Bo-Katan figure John Cena. And hey, I could see it in the chin, sure. In the chin, sure. I'll give you guys that. The chin area. But that's Katie Sackhoff. That's her chin. You know, this looks just like Katie. And I think they did a great job. And I'm really excited to see the final product. If it's as close to this prototype, or excuse me, if it's close enough to this prototype, I'll be very happy. And you guys know we're getting more Night Owls. We got Casca and Axe Woves also on pre-order. So that's going to be a really cool display, especially with the new season of Mando, where it kind of focuses on that power struggle in Mandalore. These figures are going to become very important. And who knows if they're going to change her look in the next show and give us another figure. I didn't pay too much attention in the trailer to her actual armor and see if anything changed. But let's say that they don't change anything. This very well may be the only Bo-Katan we get for a while. But yeah, this one I've had paid off for a minute, and it definitely keeps getting pushed back. Now we're looking at November to December. And for me, it's like, I'll be very pleased if a lot of these releases that we're talking about tonight, if we get them by like Christmas time, you know, and I could have them in my display and I'm like, cool, this is what I got for this year. I'll be happy, you know? Let me ask you guys on the panel, because we haven't talked about Bo in a minute. Who on the panel is getting Bo? And are you guys like still hyped for this one like I am, or is this kind of like on the back burner? Because there's been so much since then, you know?
Back burner.
Back burner for you. Are you getting this one, Chris? Did you pre-order this yet? Are you thinking about it?
No, so it's like on the back burner, not even lit.
Okay, so it's like you're not cooking nothing because the stove's not turned on, but you're like, hey, Mandalorian Season 3, maybe I will turn the stove on if she shows me some more. Because you haven't watched the Clone Wars, have you?
Me? Oh, I've definitely seen the Clone Wars.
You've seen the Clone Wars.
Okay. Yeah, I knew who she was going in, and I
like
her in the show too.
Yeah, some people who haven't seen the show, they would have very little emotional connection to this character because obviously we haven't seen enough from her yet, and obviously the next season's going to prove otherwise. But
yeah,
it's just one of those things for me. You know how I collect; I have to kind of really attach to the character to have it in here, and she's just one of those in the show that I'm like. She's badass. She's cool, but
if you'd watched her in Clone Wars, which is funny because when you first, literally, what?
That's what I'm talking about. He said, "Pound the like button." I like that.
Yeah,
Pound it.
Gotcha. Well, see, the thing is too. It is funny. It is funny actually though how you point out because when Bo-Katan first shows up. Like her first appearance, you don't see even her face or anything like that. She just mostly I remembered her from her first appearance is because he slaps Ahsoka on the butt at one point.
What, bro? Only Lane would remember that.
No, I remember that because she just calls her skinny.
Getting clonked and slapping butts.
Yeah, she got clonked. That's what happened.
Yeah, well, no, but because we never saw her face or anything until her next appearance.
That's a new game.
Instead of clapping cheeks, it's clonking cheeks.
Yeah.
Oh, man. God, Lane, I gotta thank you for that one, man. That's a never-ending meme.
That's gonna be a Hot Toys Hotline thing from now on. Hashtag clonking cheeks.
I was just about to say it's gonna be on his banner.
Hotline.
Get clonked.
Hotline. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Get
clonked. But honestly, I would probably say this is of course part of the problem with pre-ordering a figure, having to pre-order a year and if you do a year and a half, 2 years. There's no way I mean, maybe when you have it and you're thinking if she's really cool in Mando Season 3,
she is really cool.
Yeah, but we were hyped for this a year and a half. I mean, it's been a few years. I mean, you may not even remember if you haven't watched it in a while exactly what happened. And
you need a recap for sure. I mean, at this point, since it's pushed back, I may rewatch the second season for fun.
And the thing is, I would probably say the only figure that like from the past year and stuff that I'm still hyped, like mostly hyped for is probably the Mando Luke, because that scene still has a thing with me, but that's Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
That's Luke Skywalker. That is something we, even after, for like in my age group from the 80s or 90s, because I didn't watch it till like it was on video years later, where I was really old enough to understand it and stuff.
Right.
But that's something we always wanted to see Luke. We only could read about him, even into the 90s, like reading books and stuff, and have someone have to kind of put it in our own head to see like him being a badass Jedi Master. That is the main hero of the original Star Wars movies, just being the unstoppable Jedi Master we always wanted to see him be. So where I can understand where that one you might still have some hype for it, I think Bo, unless you watch Clone Wars and this, and it's still
the next season too. I think you're right.
That's
like
where
the
it
next
really
season,
seems to be where
some
we're
people
gonna
are
see
probably
it.
like, I want to see more, because if you haven't seen the Clone Wars or any other content that Bo has been in, it's like you're not going to have much of a connection, because we didn't see much of her in the show, to be honest with you. I mean, we had some cool scenes, don't get me wrong, but it's like you didn't really get to experience who Bo really is and what she's capable of.
We know she's
the next
mad.
season.
She wants this sword. She wants this
Right.
This
All you got
lightsaber sword,
exactly.
And she wants to take down Gideon because he was partly responsible for, the main like planetary city on Mandalore.
Forget the word dark saber.
The
Dark
Purge,
Saber,
the Night of 1,000 Tears.
Exactly.
Yeah, when they basically annihilated the like main home intergalactic city on Mandalore and blew it to Kingdom Come.
Yeah, they nuked it. Star Wars nuke bombs.
Yeah, and I figured they just blasted it from Star Destroyers from orbit. More than likely.
You mean they clonked it?
They clonked
Yeah,
it.
They clonked it.
I would say in this game they malaked it.
They
Like
said
that.
it's clonking time.
Okay,
Yeah, right.
okay. We're
Real quick, Mojo, I just want to say welcome. Thank you for being here. I hope you're doing well. Mojo says he only collects Marvel, and if it's low stock, he's ordered it. Yes, that includes the Hulkbuster. Congratulations on the Hulkbuster.
Welcome
We
to
have
the brotherhood
somebody in the
of
chat who really
Hulkbuster.
wanted the Hulkbuster, but he changed his mind on it. Mr. Lewski over here, Loco Lou. So Lou's probably pretty jealous. I know I am too. I had to change my mind on the Hulkbuster too, just based on space, and it's like I couldn't justify it because it's so expensive, and it's like, yeah, $1,200, and it's like I could put that towards 4 figures depending on the price,
Yeah.
3 figures at least.
well, I mean, you think about it. That thing was still over, about a third more expensive than buying the DeLorean.
Right? Yeah, the DeLorean's
It's-
$825 before taxes and shipping,
I mean,
so it's like
legitimately, you could like if you added like another $250 now, leaving out tax and shipping, that thing is like almost as much if you decide to buy like the DeLorean along with the tumbler.
yeah.
It's still at my store if I want it.
Yeah. I mean, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful piece. Like, I'm really jealous, Mojo. Trust me. Like, that's such a beautiful piece. It's just for me, I had to make that decision, and it hurt. It hurt. But Lou says he's getting all of the Night Owls. Me too, man. I feel like if you're a Star Wars fan, it's kind of hard to say no, because it's like you have matching Mandalorians, and not only that, but you have Casca Reeves and Bo-Katan.
Yeah, I was going to get possibly Axe Woves. I was going to get him, but I think I've kind of backtracked on getting Axe.
It's like there's no head sculpt, man. That it still angers me, and it's like the same.
I was still going to get him because he's the original Night Owls, but there might be just a generic Night Owl, foot soldier or something like that.
What I'm hoping for is somebody's going to do a sculpt and throw it up on eBay that's like good enough and it's pre-painted and stuff, and I'll just be like, cool, that'll work for me. But
I'm just gonna ask somebody for a Kramer head sculpt.
that's true.
He's got the nose for it.
Star Killer, how's it going, dude? I hope you're doing well. Star Killer says he's looking forward to Bo-Katan. She's a cool looking figure, absolutely. And TX says, man, this piece is fire. Don't make any sense to display these pieces with the head sculpt. In my opinion, the helmets are too good not to have on display. Yeah, so dude, yeah, a lot of people have that opinion. I'm kind of in the minority. I'm a big fan of the helmet in hand look, because then you get to display everything, the helmet and the head sculpt. So I tend to do that a lot, or I'll just like kind of have the helmet in the display somewhere. I do agree, like with some characters, it's like, come on, you got to put the helmet on them. But for me, for the most part, I like to do the helmet in hand look, just because, again, you can fit everything, and it's like kind of the best of both worlds. But I get it. Like most people that are trooper collectors, they don't care about the head sculpts. They're just like, give me that helmet. That's what I want. That's the way to do it. Martin, your guess is as good as mine, dude. I would love for King Shark to come out soon, especially because I have that Peacemaker on pre-order. But I don't know, man. I don't know. King Shark
We
should be
just don't
soon.
know.
He's a very simple figure too. Like there's not much to
Because
him.
he's power pose too.
Exactly. So hopefully soon.
And
Joel says he customized these figures. I'll be getting a few. Oh, that's really cool, Joel. Joel, if you want to send me like some of your work, like on Instagram or something, so I could check it out, definitely hit me up on Instagram and like link me to it. I'd definitely love to check it out. That's really cool. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, Clone. Top of your wish list. Yeah, for a lot of people, they may have forgotten about this one, but now we're starting to be reminded because these figures are starting to get closer to shipping, and now we got to talk about them again, you know? Let's see. So Bo, yeah, Bo's really exciting. The next one, guys, and this one's kind of a meme at this point. And I'm sorry to bring it up for all of those that this is like a shot to the heart every time it's brought up, but we got to talk about them. It's a shot to my heart, man. Like, come
Loki,
on,
man.
bro. Like, what is going on with this figure? Like, this figure is absolutely a meme at this point. Like Cigars and I talked about it before. I don't know when or where, but we were talking about how like the joke was that these got lost in transit on a boat somewhere, and they got lost
He's
at
got to
sea.
steal his scepter back from 2012 Cap.
there's a
Right.
hole. There's a hole at the bottom of the sea.
Right.
No,
And isn't it funny too that Sideshow sent out that email months and months and months ago? It's been like what 6 months where they're like, yeah, this should be arriving soon, and it never arrived, and it's like. That hurts, man, because that gets everybody excited. They're like, oh, yes. And then some people might have dropped a pre-order when they saw that email, and it's like, wait just a minute. We don't have them yet. It sucks,
when he
man,
rippled the multiverse, he changed the timeline of his release.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably what happened. That's probably exactly what happened. But, yeah, this is such a nice figure, man. I mean, this to me screams definitive Loki figure, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you had to get one, this is it. Like, and that might just be my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. But like, I feel like this is it, man. This is the definitive Loki.
It's gonna be my Loki, yeah.
Yeah, he's got like everything you could want. He's got everything. I mean, Tesseract and all. You got him in the handcuffs. Like, there's really not much more I would want from a Loki figure. I will say that Surtur skull that comes with the Ragnarok Loki is really cool. But I don't know, man. This figure just has so much presence, in my opinion, and it's just, in my opinion, it's my favorite outfit for Loki. So. I'm really excited for this one. I don't have a Loki figure. But yeah, guys in the chat, are you guys dreaming about this Loki? Is this something that you've been waiting for like I have? It's like, I don't have a Loki, and it's a big hole in my collection. So I'm like, when are they going to give us this Loki? Only the Hot Toys gods know at this point, because we surely don't. But I feel like this one's probably going to be the last of the bunch out of all these little delays. I feel like this one's still going to get the short end of the stick because we've just heard nothing, you know? We got that one email from Sideshow like 6 months ago, and that's it. Clone
That's why, because it did fall at the bottom of the ocean.
It probably did. That's exactly what
happened. They
happened.
don't want to tell you that. That's why they keep their mouth shut.
Exactly. There's a bunch of mini Tesseracts just floating at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean.
James Cameron and his scuba team and have them go to the bottom of the ocean and find it.
Right.
He can make a nice documentary out of it.
They're getting Jason Statham and his underwater guys to go after that special rescue.
That's a special mission. You do need Jason Statham for that. Bantha Boy says, pound, clunk, smack, slap. That, like, whatever you must do, just hit it. Absolutely. Appreciate that, man. Guys, 37 people. If you haven't liked the stream yet, please do so. Let's see. Cool. How's it going, bro? I hope you're doing well. He says, Sideshow's only giving my coupons that work on in-stock, so waiting for in-stock on this. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. There's kind of a calm right now with the stuff selling out for the most part. So I'm still waiting on, like, Vision.
Any announcements, though, even really when you think about it.
Yeah, it's been a light, especially this week. It's been a light week.
Not that we're complaining for announcements.
No,
we're not complaining for announcements. We're talking. Give us the plastic, man.
Yeah, we want that plastic crack. We need it. We all crave it. I mean, look at us. Every week we're like, oh, it's Monday going into Tuesday. What's Hot Toys going to drop today? Oh, nothing. Oh, it's Tuesday going into Wednesday. You know, that's how we are every week, and it's like we've grown accustomed to seeing that. So the one week where they're
cause babies, man.
So you know, so you know what they're going to do is just like randomly, maybe not now, like around New York Comic Con or like the week afterwards. We're like, man, there hasn't been any announcements or anything, and then they're just going to go, hey, wave two of Attack of the Clones figures. Here's all 5 at once again.
Yeah, they tend to do that a lot. They tend to do that a lot. They're like, oh, you guys are complaining, huh? Cool. We'll see you in 2 weeks, and then we just get an absolute shitstorm.
And then you're left going, I had all my pre-orders worked out in my head. I knew where I was going to take my collection. And then they're just like, and you're just like, I don't know where I'm taking my collection. I don't know what figures, if any, I'm going to pre-order.
It's hard.
And now I don't know how to put
about
on my
this,
space.
man. Sorry,
Thor.
I completely forgot about this little Thor. Like everybody was like, "Oh, no, they're giving us this Thor again." No,
nope.
No, but it is really cool.
We're getting glow in the dark Thor.
Right.
Let's see. I just think that Loki's cool. This makes me feel how the Loki show Loki's all suck in comparison to me, except for the classic Loki.
I don't know that TVA Loki is beautiful. That head sculpt is like perfect. Man. It looks just like Tom Hiddleston.
But he looks like he looks like an office manager, not the.
I love it, dude. I love it. I loved that.
I love that look with Loki, having to put him into like regular clothes.
I like classic Loki.
Me.
Like classic Loki.
Right.
That Loki I like. That
Glorious Purpose. Yeah, I can't wait for that one too. But yeah, I agree. Yeah. I agree with CMB. And the thing is, it's like that's so anti-Loki putting him in that clothing because that's like that was like the whole
beneath
point
him, man. It was basically it was like for them, it was their way of humiliating him.
Exactly, and then like he kind of embraced it in the show, and obviously things kind of took a turn compared to what we thought they would. So I think it's really cool, man. That once I finish that show, I'm like, yeah, I'm getting that figure, and it has the little TVA clock character and everything. It's really cool, man.
And the cool thing with that show is, even if you get this Loki, you can combine all the Lokis together and just have variants.
Exactly.
Can you admit it though? Did it feel weird how in Thor 4 we didn't have at least a Loki make a cameo? Even if he was just like
felt, right, and it's just going to be just like moving forward with the Avengers films, like not having Tony Stark,
Iron Man and stuff. Yeah,
no Tony Stark, no. We have another Captain America, but not having our Steve Rogers Captain America. Like there's going to be a hole there that kind of can't be filled. And after the next Guardians of the Galaxy, no Drax.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it could be more characters. It may just not be him.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's rumors that other people from the Guardians cast are leaving.
Yeah, so
do you think Zoe Saldana wants to have to get painted up green all those times and stuff like that? I doubt it's just Dave Bautista may not love doing that either.
Yeah. Speaking of this Thor stuff, because I forgot about this too, Connor, is like they did the Cap, they did a Loki from that 2012. They could easily redo the team because it's outdated. They could do another Hulk. They could do. Another
Everybody
Black
wants
Widow
that,
from
first
them.
Avengers Hulk, man.
That's what I want. Right now he's pricey, but
I want the shredded up pants. That's the look for Hulk. That's the comic.
Bro, if the rumors are true and we're getting World War Hulk, then I want that figure.
Yeah. or do that King Thanos from the new Disney attraction. Holy crap, man! I would love.
Yeah, that's based off Thanos from the old Thanos Win storyline, which was
that's where Punisher becomes.
That's one of the that's where the Cosmic Ghost Rider.
The Cosmic Ghost Rider. And Hulk becomes
then Marvel
King Thanos'
just
pet.
ran that
him on
character
a leash like a dog.
Marvel just could not let that character just organically grow over the next 10 years. They had just people are went, oh my gosh, people like this character and put him in F and everything, and just now he's just gone, man, because everybody got tired of him.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, but I really hope that stuff like that makes it to figure form.
That's my wish list with Hot Toys is I really want Hot Toys to make a Cosmic Ghost Rider figure. I think they would nail it out of the park. And if they were cool, they'd give us his motorcycle as well.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Look, chat, here's a question for you guys. Here are your response. An Oiler! Excellent.
Oilers is here.
Yeah, so let me get you guys. Could you see, this is just random speculation as we were talking about one Avengers, where we could get maybe maybe the whole, or at least most of them, maybe is by the time we get to Avengers Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars, maybe we could see some sort of reshoot or 2.0s of those figures kind of as a celebration of Avengers coming back. Plus also Secret Wars, they might appear like an alternate version of them or something. As long as they don't make like Steve Rogers, Captain America, Nazi or something like that, like they did in the comics in the last 8 years.
That's what Captain America 4 is supposed to be. It's supposed to be the Hydra Nightmare, where Captain America was a double.
No, I don't need to see Chris Evans as Captain Nazi.
Yeah,
I really don't need to see that.
That's what they said. Marvel said that Captain America 4 is going to be the Hydra Nightmare.
Oh, no.
All right, so Connor's left us. So we're
You
gonna
probably
take
hit the
over
wrong
for
button.
He
this
just tried,
stream.
he got tired. Like he just heard 2.0 for the last time, and his mind just cracked a little bit. So he said, I got to peace out the rest of tonight. I can't hear 2.0s or reissues anymore.
While we're here, there's 43 in the chat. Might as well like it, and that way he can come back. So he'll see you guys liking it up, and he'll be like, "Okay, I'll come back."
Well, he just was busy tormenting me last night because I was fighting with Boba, not being able to get his stupid neck piece out. Like I was trying to put his head sculpt in. Like he watched me for 37 minutes trying to fool with that thing, putting hot water and all kinds of crazy stuff to try and get the stupid neck peck out. Like I removed half the costume. Nope. And then so he was doing this sometimes. He had pulled out his cable because I love how the cable looks that he got. He was like this with the cable head. Like this comes off easy. Boop, boop, boop. I was just like, you're not helping the situation because he was having a good laugh seeing me get so visibly agitated. But
Matt says that Hulk is going back to Sakaar. Yeah, because in that She-Hulk thing, I think he's going back to Sakaar because they've just notified him of his son Scar.
Maybe.
That's how we're going to get World War Hulk. We get his son and Red Hulk, and then we get the War of the Hulks.
Clone Collector said Loki 2.0 won't arrive until 100 more years. It saved me money.
Yep.
It's cool. I wouldn't mind finally getting Rick Jones to like appear in a form or fashion. Rick Jones showing up would be great.
I hope with us getting that with Daredevil getting the yellow suit and She-Hulk, I really hope Hot Toys gives us the yellow and red suit from Daredevil. Because the rumors are is that the Daredevil reboot's going to go and they're going to reboot it to the Shadowland saga, which means we'll get the black costume and the medieval outfit.
Please don't do Shadowlands. Oh, I hated that story.
I loved Shadowlands. What are you talking about?
I hated Shadowlands.
Shadowlands was awesome. Come on.
There's a reason they had to do Mark Wade's run to make it a little bit not as is that. Although if you really want to, if you guys want to really have something for Punisher, kill your brain cells. Read what in the comics right now where Punisher is the right hand.
He's the head of the hand.
Yeah, he's the left hand.
I'm not reading that, man. Punisher don't use weapons. He uses knives and swords. He's and a gun that shoots swords or knives, something like that.
He's using a katana blade. Just got his ass kicked by Ares, God of War, who was wearing his old skull shirt as he was smashing him.
Oh, his Wrecking Crew?
Huh?
Wrecking Crew?
No, this is Ares, God of War.
You said he was wearing the shirt, so was he wearing Punisher's shirt from Wrecking Crew?
I don't know. It was the skull shirt. The classic look that they got rid of.
Oh, okay.
He smashed Punisher.
That's not Wrecking Crew. That's the one that Sideshow made the premium format of. The one where he's wearing the face paint. That it's from that line.
Yeah, but
I think it's Warzone. Isn't it Warzone?
Maybe it's been pretty bad. I don't know. They're changing. Trust me, I'm reading it. There are parts of it I like, but I knew I was in trouble. Is when the third issue had like a 10-year-old Frank Castle wearing a Captain America mask, about where he was literally acting like.
That's true though, because remember in the comics. Punisher tells Frank Castle tells Captain America that's his hero. He's like, "You're my hero."
This tells you how bad it is. Literally,
before he pops him in the head and executes him.
Frank Castle is getting the Rob Zombie Michael Myers origin. That was like literally pages that felt like that. Not exactly the same.
Following a white horse.
Felt like
looking for his mommy and following the white horse.
No,
that was the worst one.
That was 2. That was even worse. This was
2 is terrible.
He murders his first guy and stuff.
I don't even talk about that one.
Oh man,
nobody talks about the second one. I think Rob Zombie won't even talk about the second one.
Actually, see, there's one thing from the second one that I actually like from the ending for the theatrical run because I wish it would have followed through on what I wish had happened with Halloween 5 after the original Halloween 4. Which is they were implying Laurie became like a psychotic murderer.
Yep.
Yeah, I would want to see her
through with that because
it's just like Ended 4 was the niece, Jamie Strode.
Jamie,
From
where
memory.
she ended up
There's
No,
following
just-
like Michael. She killed
No.
a family member. She was wearing the clown outfit.
Yeah. Where they didn't follow through with that, and they knew they weren't going to follow through with that. But it's the same thing like they knew Halloween H2O wasn't actually going to be the last one. They already knew that ahead of time. Akkad, the producer behind it at the time. But anyway, we're getting way off the track here.
I prefer
know,
old
yeah,
school
so-
Punisher, like Garth Ennis's run. Garth Ennis's run on Punisher
That
was
Punisher,
amazing.
the Daredevil Punisher, his figure, man, his is expensive now.
I got
Connor
lucky with
is
that. My local
not
comic
wrong.
shop had it, and I traded some stuff to get it.
Is Connor texting you or anything like that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
said
said he's trying
his
to get back
computer
in.
just crashed and he's trying to get back, but he
Okay.
just got clonked. That's what it was.
Clunky McClunky. Clunky McClunky.
He got hit with some malware clonking.
Yeah, Daredevil, I think Kingpin are confirmed that they're going to be an Echo. They're putting out a lot of weird characters with their own shows.
Oh yeah, yeah. Kingpin's definitely going to be in it because we got those photos of Vincent D'Onofrio working out to get in shape to be Kingpin all buffed up again, instead of out of shape luau shirt looking like Dr. Moreau from Hawkeye. When I saw him, I was like, he looks like Marlon Brando from the island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. It took me for a second and went, oh, wait a minute. Now I know what you mean. Oh yeah, that was not.
Come on,
Marlon
am I
Brando.
not wrong? The hat, the luau shirt.
Marlon. That was definitely not Marlon Brando.
Best work.
I got a
Yes,
question
yes.
for you guys.
No.
We might
Okay.
have an answer.
Said no. It doesn't matter when it releases. Just on your pre-order or figure you've already ordered. What are you most excited for coming in? Like something that you have.
This year, probably because I've got a lot of stuff in pre-order.
Said it didn't matter. Just one thing that came out that you were super in love with and can't wait.
Mando Luke.
Okay, it's a good one.
Suit Batman.
Which one?
What suit that one?
XE suit from Arkham, the big old Mr. Freeze outfit.
Oh, okay. You mean
Oh,
I
wow.
thought you said Superman for a second, and I was
Oh,
Yeah.
no, the
That's
XE
Superman.
suit.
XE suit Batman from Arkham.
Because
Origins.
Arkham, like the whole Arkham gaming series was like my all-time favorite, man. I played that thing over and over and over again.
That's a big figure.
Yeah,
That
I
is a big
trophy
figure.
hunted. I got platinum with all the series. So
Has the
it's
king
just one of my
returned?
favorite
Well,
Batman.
Guys, we're in phone mode.
Oh no, you got
You
clonked,
need a
didn't
computer.
you?
It's so quiet. Hold on. Hold on.
He got clonked again.
I have a feeling, guys, the stream may be a little bit shorter than we were originally planning to be tonight.
There's
I'm just wondering where the Arkham Nightwing is. I mean, they showed him at 2 cons and then
I
nothing.
think I think they said after seeing the sales probably for Batgirl and Harley and said, "Yeah, XE suit is the end."
XE suit got great sales.
there's a disturbance.
I'm hoping that with the XE suit coming out, that maybe Hot Toys is considering other Arkham villains like Mr. Freeze, Scarecrow.
I think there would be Scarecrow. I think is something I could reasonably see, but I think with the suit and stuff for Freeze would be too expensive for them to make at this point for that series because it's not. I just can't see that one.
No, because if they took like the Stanley spacesuit and used the helmet.
Oh my
right
gosh,
there,
he's
that's
back.
repurposing Mr. Freeze's helmet right there. And
I
then
think
the
you guys
other
can
piece-
hear me now. Hold on, my audio
Yes.
is kicking up.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, you got clonked, didn't you?
He said you've been cloned
always
5
there.
times.
Hello?
I've
Hello?
created a monster.
Nice, I can't hear.
It's a fun word, but it's what I just need confirmation that that's what happened.
Did you get clonked?
Yeah.
Well, Connor's saying he can't
Bro,
hear.
it's literally freezing up. My computer is just not working. It doesn't want to see me win. It's literally some update got pushed through and it's just like freezing up on me.
Because it's probably
can't hear any
huge security.
audio.
It's probably a security update. So it's like
Yeah,
downloading
so Hot
and
Toys, pretty
all
awesome.
that crud. It's
Love Hot
Microsoft,
Toys,
man.
man.
That's all you got to say. It's Microsoft.
Let me see.
Yeah, pretty much.
Microsoft or are you on Apple?
No.
Sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody. I just got some random graphics card update midstream, and it just killed my PC. So I appreciate you guys keeping the show going while I was disabled, but it's still freezing on me, so who knows if it'll last the rest of the stream.
We were just letting everybody know you smell like shrimp butt.
Now I can hear you guys. Cool.
Well, I would say if you're having technical difficulties, we probably should try and get to the remaining main topics.
Yeah.
Make sure we get to them.
Yeah, guys, I apologize, and thank you so much for hanging out with everybody while I was gone. I know I'm sure it got off topic, but that's why the guys here are the best, because they know how to adapt to any situation. But yeah, I don't know what happened. It keeps freezing up. I'm assuming it was some sort of graphics card update, because I think that's what popped up on my screen. But it froze, and both of my monitors went black, and then it's like, goodbye, Hot Toys Hotline. I just disappeared. So, but we'll see if we can make it here. But yeah, Endgame Loki, guys, just to close that out. I'm really excited for that figure. I hope it doesn't continue to get pushed back. I'm gonna try to kind of move through this quicker because I don't want to get kicked off again. But yeah, Endgame Loki, I think we're all really excited for that one. It's just a matter of when is that one releasing. We don't know. We don't have any information on it. Like I said, the last we saw of that figure was when Sideshow sent that email out, and we haven't heard anything else since. So we'll see. Let's see. Oh, our next one that has taken its sweet time to come out is a set, actually. And let me pull up the tab here. I'm sure it's going to freeze on me the moment I do this, so that's lovely. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, so guys, another one that is set to come out relatively soon, but we're not really sure what's going on with this one, is Quill and the Blurg. Now, this one I feel like is definitely a contender to get pushed back, only because that Blurg is quite a big piece and there's a lot of details to it. Obviously, Quill is a smaller figure. That's probably very easy for them to manufacture, but the Blurg I could see causing issues and kind of pushing things back. How many people went for the actual set as opposed to just getting Quill himself? I'm very curious, because me personally, once I saw the Blurg, I'm like, I got to have Quill on the Blurg holding the little wrapped up Grogu. So, of course, they made me buy that set, too. With that being said, I had to get the set to go along with this guy, the Grogu set. But, yeah, I'm really excited for this one. Anybody on the panel, are you guys grabbing Quill and or the whole set? Like, is this something you're going to end up picking up? Quill, for me, was a very special character. Obviously, he didn't last very long in the show, unfortunately, but the time that he did have, he was very special to me personally.
Yeah, I'm getting the set just because, you know, man, he helped Mando out. So that, and, you know, he was a cool character. His little lines, I have spoken.
I have spoken. Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna pass on this thing. I gotta keep in mind like space and for future things, and like I keep thinking if they ever do like a tauntaun or something, I'd rather have that in the display rather than this. So it's cool. I would love it, but like if I gotta think of the future, that's probably not best.
I agree. I totally agree. Yeah, Blackbird, I think you're right. I think if we haven't seen Bo yet, this one's definitely on the chopping block to get delayed for sure. I don't see this coming out in September. I'd be very surprised if it did. I could even see this one getting pushed back to like December, honestly.
It ain't coming out in September, man. There's 8 days left in this month, and they're not going to announce this.
Yeah, if we don't get simpler figures before this one surely ain't happening. But the collector, stop spreading misinformation. This one's not released. Now we're just talking about. Oh, okay, you're right. He does have a question. You're right. No, it hasn't been released. This one actually is on the chopping block to be delayed. That's what we're talking about now. I honestly think I don't want to say it because I don't want to jinx it, but I think I could see this one getting pushed back to December, to be honest with you. Just because it's a more complicated piece and it's a set, so they have to worry about everything in the set. So it's almost like a figure. The Blurg itself is like a figure and a half with the size and everything. So.
Yeah. No, I see this. Honestly, I could see this releasing Hong Kong probably in December, but we won't see it till like January.
Yeah, that's true. It's very unfortunate because I'm very excited for this, but hey, it gives me more time to find room for it. You can see this is quite a giant piece. I can't even imagine those who are getting OG Mando in the Blurg. Like that's even bigger than this because obviously you have a much taller figure. But with that being said, man, this is going to have so much shelf presence. And it's like with Hot Toys, whether it's Star Wars, Marvel, DC, we collect moments. That's really what we collect with a lot of these figures. And it's like this is a special figure and a capture of a moment for me in Mando when he's protecting Grogu and he's like basically he literally gave his life for Grogu to save Grogu. It's like that's the moment I want to capture. That's why I'm going to get that Grogu pack to get that little bundled up Grogu to put with him. It's going to look so good, man. And I'm really
Doesn't
excited.
Sean have a blurred?
Yeah, he got a custom one done.
Yeah, like the Bantha too.
Yeah, he bought from the same company. Yeah. But yeah, this is a really special one, man. I really hope to see it sooner than later. But like CMB and I were saying, I think it's going to be probably December before we see anything about this guy. But hey, if it comes up before then, I'll be pleasantly surprised personally. It's just, I don't know. I kind of want to be realistic with this one because I know a lot of people are excited for it, and I just don't see it anytime soon. Another one, guys, that a lot of people are still scratching their heads about is Echo. I mean, we saw emails go out. It's been like 2 weeks now almost that those Echo emails went out and not a peep. Yep. And I'm kind of in that boat too with the Throne Boba. I was happy for Lane. Lane actually was able to get like literally the first batch for the Throne Boba. And they sent me an email. They're like, hey, if you want to ship it early, we can ship your Throne Boba early. So I'm like, cool. And I did that and I haven't heard anything, unfortunately. But as I always say, guys, if you choose the option to pay it off when it ships or pay it off early like that, you have to understand that things like that can happen. Delays can still happen, even though they send those emails out, because they're getting smarter with those emails and they're saying we're expecting it within the next 10 days. It doesn't mean it will show up. And we've seen that. So, this one is another one that a lot of people are really hoping for because obviously there's a lot of hype behind the Bad Batch. I mean, we got the next season, even though it's pushed back, the next season is right around the corner and everybody's really hoping that we get the whole crew. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one. I don't personally have this one on pre-order yet because I'm waiting for it to hit coupon. But with that being said, this one is really, really exciting. He comes with a crap ton of stuff, even some stuff that I don't think we ever saw on the show. It was just kind of part
all
of the
these
concept
attachments.
art. Right. I think this is all stuff that was just part of the concept art. So it was cool that they're able to put that out because that kind of makes it even that much more special, in my opinion. I don't know if I would ever use this
Go gadget arm.
Yeah. Exactly, the Inspector Gadget arm. I don't know if I would ever use that personally, but it's really, really cool, man. He comes with a lot of stuff. He has like the meat tenderizer. That's cool. Now, I would use the meat tenderizer for sure. Once in a blue moon, I'd swap it out.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, I would.
The other hand be a meat tenderizer? Dun.
Is there an Echo in here? I don't know. Is there? Does anybody hear an Echo? Or is there literally an Echo? Dude, I hope so.
Clonker.
I might. I don't know about you guys that are DC fans. Who's excited for the Throbbing Robin from Batman Forever? I am personally. Those suits are beautiful. I think that's some of the best costume design ever in Batman. Just because the amount of care that went into it. If you watch the videos from the costume design team and everything that went into it is just really, really, really special. So I'm excited to get those. Val Kilmer is definitely not at the top of my list in terms of Batman, but it's still a classic, so you got to get him.
Val Kilmer is still going to be in there with the Batmans that belong. The one that never belonged was Clooney.
That's true. But yeah, Val Kilmer
business being a Batman. Val Kilmer still did a great job as Batman.
I think he did too. It's just like when I rank him, I definitely put him lower on the list, but
it'd be lower. But the one I won't ever put in there is Clooney, just because he wasn't a good Bruce Wayne, and he sure as hell wasn't a good Batman.
Are you guys? Someone else said Echo. Are you guys actually hearing an Echo in the chat? Am I missing something? Or are we just literally talking about the Echo figure? Sorry if the joke's going right over my head. Let me know. I didn't know because I joined on my phone. I'm like, oh man. Sean, how's it going, dude?
It's going all right. How's everyone?
We're good. You missed the technical difficulty. I was literally mid-talking and my computer crashed and the boys held it down for me until I got back in here. I'm hoping it doesn't happen again before we end out the stream. But yeah, we're just talking about, we've been going through all the releases that have been delayed or expected to be delayed very soon, at least in terms of Sideshow's delays.
I hate that accessory. I think that looks like a meat tenderizer.
That's exactly what I called it. It is the meat tenderizer, dude. You give respect to the meat tenderizer.
Then call it. You know what to call it, Lane.
Dude, that cannon head is awesome. The way I want to display him was with that giant cannon.
Well,
yeah, it is cool.
Am I going crazy? Because I guess did Sideshow change their customer service hours?
Yes.
They might have.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, because I used to be at 6 and I just called and they're like, we're closed. And I'm like, wait, what? And they're like, we closed at 5. I'm like, when the fudge did that happen?
Like, excuse the heck out of me, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have like 4 items that I've paid off, and I'm waiting for Sideshow to ship right now, so I'm not happy.
The meat clonker.
Oh yeah, no, mine right now is because my Boba Fett has a problem with it.
What's
Starkiller 2 Echoes. That's impressive, man. That's not one I would double up on, but hey, you have plenty of accessories to kind of change them up, you know?
I don't want to double up on any of them, really.
Me either, just because it's like I'm already filling a whole shelf with them,
Exactly.
essentially. So, but
I'm not going to use the head sculpts because all their helmets are different and unique. So
yeah,
that's what I like about the Bad Batch is all their helmets like kind of depict their personality and their what their role is in the group.
right.
See, I want it to where they're all 2 of each. The front row has them with their helmets off, kind of like taking a knee, and then the back rows with their helmets on,
Nice,
in a fighting pose.
That's awesome.
So Sean's
then again,
got,
Sean can
Sean's
afford
got money.
that. Sean's
I was
got
about to
crazy
say,
displays.
he's got money.
Yeah.
I don't have money. I'm just smart with my money. I'm not married.
Same way. I don't have money. I'm just smart with it.
Matt says, he's talking about Batman Forever. He said the movie was horrible. It's an easy pass. Plus, there might be more Batfleck incoming in addition to Pattinson. Yeah, I mean, in terms
Warner
of
Brothers went back and asked Ben Affleck if he's interested.
Did they ask or beg?
Probably.
They probably begged because they remember
both.
Ben Affleck first said he was interested, and then it was literally like 2 weeks later.
Look at that.
It was Warner
clonking
Brothers
throne.
was like talking to him, so they were probably waiting for him to say it, so then they could go grovel and beg for him to come back.
There you go. Lane's rubbing it in our faces. He's got his throne boba. He looks real good, man.
Yeah, look at Lane flexing.
Yeah. What's
Get
the
out
problem
of here
with
with that.
He had an issue with the neck. He couldn't get the neck connector off. He's like, we were on like a private stream last night, and he sat there for legitimately like 40 minutes trying to get it off. He could not get it off. He tried everything, ran it under hot water. He was pulling on. You could just hear it creaking for 40 minutes. It's like, and he's just twisting it, trying to get it off. He took a little bit of everything off, but yeah.
He told us. You're late.
Oh, did he? Well, I'm more than late. I got EMP'd.
You got clocked.
You got clonked.
Yeah, the throne. Yeah, I did get clonked. The throne is incredible, dude. It looks so nice. Lane was showing me up close, like the little Rancor faces on the front. You could see it's almost like it's like a patinaed brass. It looks really, really good. It looks so nice.
Oh,
man.
That's nice. It does got that patina effect.
Yeah, it looks really,
where the
really
copper's
good.
like oxidizing and everything.
Yep, it looks really good. Another one I wanted to bring up briefly, guys. Oh, Lane, you're muted, by the way. I don't know if you knew that. It seemed like you were trying to say something about it.
I was going to say, I was trying to confirm for this thing, as I told people when I unboxed it and stuff. This is not hollow. It's starting to weigh down on my hand here.
Oh, nice. It's hefty.
So it is a full, but it easily fits into a detolf. If you want to, like, I don't know, have some like Mandos behind him as like maybe guards or something like that, you can fit them behind him. Yeah. If you're going to try and put Fennec, if you have a detolf shelf, you'll need to shove it over a little bit as far as it'll go, but you should be able to still fit her. It might be a little bit wonky to try and fit her like the pose from the end of the season, but
she should fit. There was somebody that got their figure and they posted it in their detolf, and they actually had it in the middle with a figure side by side. Like Django was on the one side and Mando was on the other.
Yeah, that's how I have directly behind it. I have Django and I have heavy infantry. So that tells you how much space you still have.
I'm glad they made it detolf friendly. Like they were able to do that. That's really cool.
Anyway,
I'm glad they gave us a hefty throne. I'm glad Lane said it's hefty.
I know a lot of people are concerned about this, but it's nice too. They do include like on the back there, so you can get a grip kind of in the back of the throne too, if you need to as well. It's well made.
I'd keep that on the bottom of the show.
Absolutely, Clone Collector. Absolutely.
I'm gonna let you get back to Hunt.
Oh, so Blackbird, this is so I read that too. Like I watched a interview with Val Kilmer, and he was saying he felt like isolated in the Batman suit. So
yeah, he said it gave him really bad case of claustrophobia. Like
right.
He said it was messing with his mind every time on set.
Yeah, so because of that, he didn't want to return to the role, which is understandable. I mean, those films were already kind of played from the beginning because the reason Keaton didn't return is because he was like, dude, this script is not it. Like I don't like, I'm not a fan of this at all. Like, you need to change this, and this, or I'm not doing it.
Well, that's because Tim Burton left.
Right, so they just weren't
When
willing
he
to
left,
make any changes.
Keaton was like, I'm out of here too, because he's like,
Right.
without Burton's vision, this is going to turn cheesy. And he was right.
Yeah, he was certainly right. He was absolutely right. But yeah, they still have their charm to them. As bad as those movies are, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, they still have some charm to them, in my opinion. I just recently rewatched all of those, like the Keaton Batman films and both Batman Forever.
Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones hates Jim Carrey. Like, they fought every day on set. Like, he couldn't stand working with him on the Batman movie.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Those movies.
I think Jim Carrey said Tommy Lee Jones punched him in the face too on set.
That probably helped him get into character a little bit.
And I was like, I wouldn't put it past Tommy Lee Jones, man. You could tell he's an actor that he don't take guff. He's like, he's all about let's do it and get it done and let's do it right.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, Hunter. This is one that's been interesting because we haven't heard much about him recently, and obviously he still says September 2022, so he's absolutely going to get delayed. But at the Jump to Hyperspace event that ended at the end of last month, they didn't have the head sculpt on him, which is very interesting. I feel like they're having issues with a lot of these head sculpts, and they're having to go back and rework them or make changes here and there. And because of that, they're not putting them on the figures. Because I doubt it's a licensing issue, because Tamara Morrison, I mean, how many head sculpts have they made?
It's his. Yeah, he's already given the green light on that.
Right, so it's like, it's got to be... Exactly. It's got to be something with the sculpt itself that they're working out. Maybe that face paint, they're trying to get it right to make it look like realistic.
Like it's tattooed on, because it's supposed to be a tattoo.
Right, because that seems like it would be kind of difficult to get right if you don't know what you're doing. But I don't know. I feel like this one...
That faded look. You can't just go in solid black.
Exactly. So that might be part of it. They might just be working out the kinks on the head sculpt. But yeah, they haven't shown it. We've still seen no sculpts for Crosshair and/or Wrecker. Tech, obviously, the sculpt is underneath the mask, and you can kind of see him in there when you look closely. But I don't know, guys. I'm really excited to see TK. I don't know. I thought it was over. I could be wrong. Maybe there's more towards the end of this month, but I thought it was pretty much over. I could be wrong though. I think it started. Sorry, I said the end of last month. It started the beginning of this month. But I thought it was over at this point, but I could be wrong. There may be more. I just haven't heard anything. So don't quote me on that. Thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah, usually their events are like 45 days, 45 to 60 days in Japan.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. But yeah, guys, Hunter, again, this is one we haven't really heard a peep about, so it's absolutely not going to make it out this month, especially if Echo hasn't shipped yet and people got the arriving soon emails for him. This is an obvious one. It's like, yeah, it's not going to happen, unfortunately. I could see this one coming out sooner than later, though, just because there's not much to him. He doesn't come with like a ton of stuff. That's why I think the only thing holding it back is really that head sculpt. But I got to say, guys, he does look incredible. I think Hunter is one of the better looking members of the Bad Batch in terms of his armor and how it's painted.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see he doesn't come with a lot. There's not much to him. I even noticed
Space Rambo. He don't need much.
Exactly. That's exactly who he is, a Space Rambo. Yeah.
Space Rambo.
Yeah, he looks real good, man. I'm excited. For me, guys, when it comes to the Bad Batch, I've said this before, I got to keep the head sculpts on them, man. The head sculpts are bust. That's how it is for me, because they have their helmets off so frequently in the show. I feel like that caters to their personality quite a bit when they have their helmets off. So me personally, I'm going to have them helmet in hand with the sculpts, or helmet somewhere in the display, but got to have them with the head sculpt, in my opinion.
I'm going to have them helmeted and like kind of like in a semicircle, like they're in battle poses, about to engage the enemy.
Yeah. Oh, so Bantha Boy says it goes to the end of October. So I apologize, guys, for that bit of misinformation. I didn't realize it lasted that long. But yeah.
So 60-day event. So,
60 days. So yeah, there's potential for much more than if it's 60 days long. For some reason, I thought somebody told me it ended at the end of September. Maybe I misread what they said. Yes. Raxus, how you doing, by the way? Good to see you. That's how I like to do it, man. Helmet under the arm, exactly. Or 1 foot on it. Yeah, you have a lot of different options with helmets. Even just kind of have it sitting on the base in a way where it's kind of like in the background with their gear that they've taken off, you know? You can make it work for sure. Oh, he said that October 30th is the last day. Okay, good to know, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. And I get it. Like I said earlier, trooper collectors, they're like, you got to do the helmet, and I get it. Like it's part of the appeal to a trooper is you can't see who's underneath or like a unit as part of an army. So it's kind of the appeal, but with the Bad Batch, it's a bit different, though. I feel like a lot of their personality that you experience on screen is with their helmets off. So especially Wrecker, man. Like, I really want a head sculpt for that Wrecker.
Wrecker is probably the only one I want without the helmet.
Yeah.
He in the show spends more out of everybody. He spends more time without a helmet on because he spends most of his time with Echo.
Exactly. Riley, how's it going, bro? Good to see you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, nice panel
What's up,
indeed.
dude?
We got all the boys out tonight. But yeah, guys, Hunter hopefully soon. Again, I could see him coming sooner than later. Out of all the ones we've talked about it tonight, I think he's probably right behind Echo in terms of when he's coming out, just because Echo I would think is first because we already got emails regarding Echo. So we'll see. Another one, I'm curious if this one is on a lot of your guys' radar, because this is like kind of out there, and I know that before I pull it up.
Oh, you know this on my list because you and I are into horror. So
Right, yeah. So like for me, this is a big one, and people in the chat, who here collects horror or like thriller type figures? For me, this one's really exciting. Yeah, I know Chris does too. It's like this one got pushed back quite a bit, guys. It got pushed back February to April 2023, and it was due to come out by December of this year. This is definitely the best stab at a 6-scale Patrick Bateman I've seen yet in terms of like a figure that's going to be like relatively produced, not a custom.
This is the only figure from the American Psycho that we've had other companies make them, that Christian Bale actually went and gave his blessing to Iconic, saying that
which is amazing.
He's all in, that the head sculpt was 100% impressive, and that he gave them the go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, and the figure speaks for itself. Unfortunately, they've had some issues, and I'm going to pull this up real quick. They've had some issues in the manufacturing. You can see here they kind of gave us an update. They're having an issue with that screaming sculpt. You can see it kind of looks creepy without the teeth and everything. But
yeah, the what does he call it? Uncontrolled Madness, right? Yeah, it's
right,
Uncontrolled
Madness. Yeah, but they did actually, because they were having issues with the molding and such, they are throwing in extra accessories, which is cool.
Yep.
But yeah, very unfortunate. Right. It's good to see companies communicating like this. And I know we talk about InArt a lot and their communication and how good it is. And it's good to see a company like Iconic, which is smaller, communicating more with their customers, especially because of the delays.
So good.
It does.
And then we saw the body, and the body just...
Yeah, we'll get a quick look at the body before we move on. Let's see.
Look at that. What did I say when we were doing the stream? He looked like that guy from He-Man, that Ram guy, the short guy.
Yeah. Yeah, look, they even blurred out. It's like they blurred out the sculpt here. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys. So unfortunately, that one did get delayed quite a bit. So anyone that was hoping for that one soon, it remains to be seen what's going to happen with that one. As of right now, it's February, or as early as February of next year. So that kind of sucks. Another one that's kind of like probably not on a lot of people's radars because it's not your typical Marvel, DC, Star Wars is the Crow.
Sting.
Yeah, Sting. I'm assuming this one is coming out soon because Sideshow did go in and update all of the photos. Well,
they changed his head sculpt and looked better than their promo.
It looks like they updated a bit. Let me see. Yeah, so here's a look at the box. This is actually one of the cooler looking boxes that they've done.
Does anybody actually believe this figure isn't going to be crap though?
I don't think it will be. I don't
know, because usually when it comes to like some of their like movie character lines, they do pretty good. Like, the dude from The Big Lebowski, their horror movie figures.
Exactly.
I'm really interested in their Clint Eastwood Western Legacy line, but obviously when it comes to stuff like Star Wars, they don't hit the mark.
And it is interesting. It seems like they focus more on these one-off figures as opposed to the Star Wars stuff, and it's very interesting. But like look at the recent horror figures. They're great for the most part. I mean, there's some issues here and there, like Jason should have had a removable mask and Freddy's hat should have been removable. But for the most part, they look really good and the bodies are decent. I think my biggest complaint is that they reuse these crappy hands over and over again with these Sideshow one-off figures, because they have that like weird like transition from tan to light skin, and you could see it even here in these photos. They do that on all of them. But with that being said, I think this figure is going to be perfectly fine. And this is a really special movie, guys. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend giving this movie a watch. It's got a lot of good lessons in it and a lot of good quotes that came from this movie, too. And the actor who played, for those of you who don't know, the actor that played Eric Draven, which is the main character here that this figure is portraying, was Bruce Lee's son, Brandon Lee. And he actually passed away during the filming of this movie. They thought they were shooting a blank. And unfortunately, he ended up
It was
getting
a real
hit by
shot.
that
It was
round. Right.
It was the scene, the table scene when he's under the table.
Yeah, right.
And the guy's shooting with the shotgun.
Is this the same
Yeah, he
one
got
with
hit- he got hit in the-
Baldwin? Right?
He got hit in the gut with a shotgun.
You said what, Chris?
He's talking about
I'm
Alec
just trying to
Baldwin,
see. Yeah.
shooting that chick on
Yeah.
director on set.
Yeah, same type of situation. Yeah, it's very unfortunate because Brandon Lee. I mean, guys, I this is a movie that I highly recommend watching. I think it still stands up to its time. And there's a quote from this movie that I absolutely love, and it's like it's one of those quotes that like makes you feel better on a bad day. And there's a scene in the movie where it's raining outside, and Eric says to one of the characters, I don't think it was actually his daughter. It was Shelley's daughter, right?
No, that it was the little girl was just a neighbor.
Oh, that's right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
It was a neighbor. You're right.
Remember her mom was a junkie bartender.
Exactly. You're right. You're right. Yeah. So it was his neighbor, and she was skateboarding in the rain, and she was like, "Oh man, I wish it didn't have to rain right now." Blah blah blah. So she could skateboard. And Eric says it can't rain all the time. That's kind of like an iconic quote that a lot of people latched onto, and I think it's just one of those quotes that makes you feel good. So it's like this movie has a lot of really memorable, like powerful stuff in it, and it's Brandon Lee's like. It's kind of like his his goodbye letter to his fans, essentially, because he did pass away towards the ending of the filming of this movie. But you guys got to watch it, man. Trust me. It's really special.
It's funny of all the Crow things, though. The one I would actually like to see this original directed version of Crow City of Angels.
Yeah.
Because that Crow movie sounded way better than the hey, let's do the exact thing over again, but worse.
Yeah. And there was no need for that. No need at all.
I don't know why they kept making more Crow movies. They just got dumber and dumber.
City of Angels, it got us Eagle Cokehead Iggy Pop.
HG, how's it going, bro?
Yeah, no, it's the one that was after City of Angels, the one where the guy's like a prisoner.
Oh yeah, Alice Corvus.
And he doesn't have. It's not actually face paint anymore. It's actually like cut like where the face paint's supposed to be. It's like cut lines into the skin.
Star Killer, I think
Joker cut smile.
Sorry, guys, real quick. Star Killer, I think you're talking about the. I don't know. He might be talking about
Iconic.
Patrick.
He was
Bateman.
talking about Iconic. Yeah, Iconic.
So that's Iconic Studios, and like
is that the one who's doing Ryu?
Ryu, and then like Martin said,
yeah.
they're doing Muhammad Ali as well. I have Muhammad Ali on pre-order. That figure's awesome.
Really good, man.
Yeah, it's but City of Angels is one I always would like to have seen the original cut, even though a couple of the scenes, it sounds like what they originally did with them and stuff were going to be pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah, to say the least. All right, guys, but so I have a final topic of discussion, and guys, I want to say thank you so much for being here, and again, so sorry for that technical difficulty earlier when I got booted out. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. Also, if you haven't liked the stream yet, drop a like on the stream. We are 4 subscribers away from 300, so if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. Lane and I will be filming that giveaway video probably this weekend, most likely on Sunday, because as you know, because we hit 250, we will be giving away an Arkham series Harley Quinn hot toy courtesy of Lane. So we're going to film a video probably on Sunday on how to enter. It's going to be very simple. Don't worry. No crazy hoops to jump through. But yeah, so I want to pose this final question to the panel and to the chat as well, because it is a topic of discussion. But let me see if I still have this here. Yes, I do. So the reason I asked this question, everybody, and again, this is for the chat as well. I got this Deadpool figure in last week, right? Or excuse me, the beginning of this week. And I honestly was just so blown away by how nice this figure was. And I did see some of the issues that people were complaining about. But I feel like sometimes as collectors, and I've been guilty of it before in the past, for sure. I feel like sometimes we're a bit too harsh. Not only with the final product and how the figure turns out, but with the delays and things like that. Because you have to consider, and CMB brought this up on another stream, You have to consider everything that's going on with the delays and such. Like Hot Toys is competing with the whole COVID situation, as well as every other business over there. They're all having to deal with the same thing.
And the government that says if one person gets it, like your entire half of your city gets shut down or whatever.
It doesn't even have. They had these 0 cases. There were places in China that had 0 cases, and they still locked.
Look who
down.
made it in right at the end.
Siege.
Perfect.
I was
time.
come in. I did want to.
He's
going
the
on?
cleanup hitter, man. He's the Aaron Judge of our show. So he's coming in to hit the grand salami out.
That's true. I'm the closer here.
Real quick, I wanted to touch on the.
Oh,
the
is
pro
that what I think
before
it
we-
is?
Yeah, I wanted to come on the show.
Ooh. All right,
One
guys.
thing and one thing only. And it's not
We're
my.
gonna-
Hold on.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
this is-
postpone our question because this is a special unboxing.
Yeah, this is legit. I'm using my tetanus razor here.
So
It is.
so Veej finally got his nightly Whiplash cosplay outfit and is now going to grow out his beard, so he has his Halloween costume set.
Sure
I guess
does.
so. I guess so.
So I want you guys to see.
What if you
will be
open
He
it
on
up
said
and
the-
nice
empty
and
box.
slow.
Yeah, are you ready for this?
Nice.
Oh, you got the
Hey,
Spider-Man.
me and
Yeah.
I both got ours today.
Hey,
Nice.
hey, look at
Yeah,
that.
boy. I don't know if Wolf Moon's still in the chat. I know he was here earlier.
So I appreciate the homie that I got the hookup for this. So thank you, man.
Hell yeah, man.
If you're still
So-
here, man, we gave you a shout out earlier, but
So-
obviously you weren't here yet. So if you're still here, thank you again for hooking me up.
Yeah, and he was messaging me every day, making sure you guys got it. So
Yeah,
he's a
So
good
that-
dude, man.
yeah. So the churro is within my grasp. So I got it, man.
Dude. Hell yeah.
he
that's
looks
awesome.
like the coolest Spider-Man, honestly. So
He's
That's
up there. Like I said it in my unboxing. I'm like, I kept having to say it. I'm like, I don't want to overhype this because I know how difficult he was to get until he reaches Sideshow, of course. But it's like,
yeah,
it's such a beautiful figure, man, and it's very posable. It's like the material is mostly cloth, and then it really is all cloth, but the blue portion is just like cloth with like the design printed on it. But it's insanely posable. It heals really well when you take him out of the poses. It's just so nice, man.
yeah. And I think a lot of people were having a disagreement because the classic suit. Because I know Parak said he was not a fan of the classic suit, and it was like it was one of those things where he was looking forward to immensely, and then when he got it, it's like, bro, this one sucks. Like, there's no posability. There's nothing I could do with it. It's just museum only.
And it's not like that with this one. It really isn't. It's like, and I saw someone mention that they thought the blue portion was rubber, but I wouldn't really I don't think that's fair to call it rubber because it's just cloth with a design printed on it. It's still very posable, and it doesn't feel like it's going to get damaged very easily, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Dude, CMB's got the
New
hype
Hellraiser.
going on now. Dude, I'm so excited. Just side note.
Dude, we're going to be
the
doing a
Hell
watch along.
Priestess, bro. Yep.
We'll save
Yeah.
that for V's channel because I know V's going to do Hellraiser stuff.
Yeah,
You
no,
got to,
yeah,
man.
that was my idea. Asked me if we could do a watch
You
along
got to, bro.
the Hellraiser.
You know
He
I'm
said
in
yeah.
for that. You know I'm in for that.
Hell
But-
yeah, dude.
But
Dude,
yes,
it was-
I have theories on why it's a female, but I don't want to ruin it just in case my theory is right. I don't want to blow up for people.
that's
Alright.
fair.
Just because I
That's
used
fair.
to read the Hellraiser comics that Clive Barker used to drop.
Yeah.
That's why I think I know
That's
what this is.
what
All
I've
right.
heard. It should be a nod to the original comics from Clive.
Yeah,
we'll
that's
see.
what I heard. That's why I think that's why what I'm thinking is what it is. And we'll talk about it backstage. I just don't want to ruin it for people in the chat.
No, it's fine. I mean, Clive Burke, I saw he was executive producing, and I hope he had more involvement besides executive producing the
Me too.
Hellraisers. Because like
it's his vision, you know.
yeah, and he's always good. Like he writes good scripts. Like if you look at was it the
The
Hammerhead
Illusionist
Rex?
was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. But like to give a
Awesome movie,
contrast, he
man.
did one was that not Theodore Rex. It was like
Or Master of Illusion. That's what it was. It wasn't
Yeah.
Illusionist. It was the
No,
Master
Illusionist
of
was like
Illusion.
a dumber
Yeah,
one.
that
I
was
think.
that's the one with
Edward Norton. But there was another one before that, right? You're talking about from the
Masters
90s.
of Illusion is Clive Barker's movie.
Yeah.
It's a horror.
He's like I put Clive Barker and John Carpenter in like the same category because
Yeah.
they can almost do anything they put together is like genius, but at the time it was never recognized for like what it was.
What was that one that John Carpenter did with the dude from Jurassic Park? He was in Event Horizon as the bad
Sam
guy.
Neill?
Sam Neill, yeah.
He did
So John Carpenter did Mouth of Madness, or not?
That's what it was.
Yeah,
The book.
Yeah,
That was the
yeah.
book.
Yeah. So that was like
Scary
it's like the
movie, man.
Cthulhu trilogy or whatever, or the H.P. Lovecraft stuff. So that was freaking real good.
V, how about I want to start with you since we got you talking. So the question we have posed here on the screen is: are some collectors are they kind of getting too harsh on some of these figure releases? And the reason I wanted to ask this is like this cable behind me, for example. I got him in, and it's like I felt the complete opposite as what a lot of people were saying, who probably don't have the figure. You know, they're going off of what they see in photos and what a select number of people who do have the figure have been saying. Do you think people recently have been too harsh, and not only just on the actual releases themselves, like the actual physical product, but on shipping times and things like that?
Yeah, I think people are.
Think.
Yeah, no, it's true, man. Like people have like a kind of an edge to them. Like it's like I think the thing is, it's like what we're finding out today with everybody is that there's a sense of entitlement among collectors, among the Hot Toys collectors. It's like that's because it drives, because that's what drives Grails, is that like, hey, I have this, so I have this. My opinion is higher than yours, and we find, and this is what we're finding out a lot with a lot of things. Is like the collecting is going kind of sideways and upside down, because it's like people that have a voice and they're opinionated in one direction, and everyone's kind of following. They're like, well, he said that, so I shouldn't be doing that because it's not what I love. And I'm like, no, that's the opposite of what you're doing. You should be collecting what you love, unless you're Lane and you get a Grievous. So, but
you almost made it, Lane. You almost made it without
Shots fired.
I had Karma had to come back at me for the cable hair. So
Lane is jokingly saying I have the cable hair, which I'm like, I kind of get that. Look at Sean. Sean, we were worried about you, man. You just disappeared. I almost forgot that you were here. Oh my! Look at him. Look how he comes in, sucking down.
Just
because
hot.
Sean,
hot and
don't
thirsty.
it's because Sean, as we always
Sean?
remember. Yeah, well, that's great. But see, the most important thing is we always remember Mace Windu 25 is coming. He's coming. He's coming. I can't wait, man.
No, it's this
year.
year.
2025 is going to be awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be the same.
Yeah, when we get the second
Jackson.
Mace Windu release,
Return of the Jedi.
I'm sorry, dude, but Mace Windu
it's going to be hell,
priority
living
for
in Mad Max
Marvel
world in 2025.
Water shortages, all that fun stuff.
Yep.
It's gonna be great.
Don't let Sean derail us. Don't let him.
So 2025 would be, really interesting with collecting.
Yeah.
Will it?
Figures, but like V said, we'll be trying to collect water and food and
milk,
ammo, and
a little bit of everything.
Does anyone want any Hot Toys?
Invite you guys over to see my display in my cave. Like, hey guys, you want to come over to my cave and check out my display?
I don't have enough juice on the generator to power the lights in my detox.
Hey, does anyone have a loaf of bread for Thor Ragnarok?
Right. Dude, I'll give you a hella for a hamburger.
I'll gladly give you one today for one tomorrow.
For a 4-pack of batteries.
Hey, I got a 1/6 scale Hulkbuster. Can you guys just make a little noise or fire some rounds in the air to get the zombies away from my home for 5 minutes?
Dude, it's freaking. Oh my god.
But yeah, V, going back to what you were saying, I don't know if you finished or not, because Sean, of course, he had to make his grand entrance.
It's all good, man. I mean, I get it. It's like, because the thing is, it's like we're getting to a point where people like don't feel like. I mean, it's not feeling safe or any of that stuff. It's more of just like people are kind of like pushed to one side of like, oh, you're getting that. Like, remember the Clone Wars mall, right? People are like, oh, gross, you're getting that one. Like, why would you get that?
There's some bullying going on with that figure for sure.
Yeah. So there's
same with the cable. It's same with the cable too, man.
Yeah, it's like all that stuff is like people just have a. Like, if you have it in your collection, then everyone feels like very strongly like you shouldn't have it. And I'm like, well, why would you care? It's in my own collection.
Exactly.
Don't care. Shut up.
Yeah, right.
I think there's too much of this entitlement mentality that's going on lately where people feel like they get to control what you own.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm me. I don't want that, and I don't think you should have it either. And I think there's too much of that going on.
Yeah. It's that Mean Girls thing. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you're wearing that.
Be
top.
like me.
What'd you say?
It's just that whole be like me type of mentality. Like, like Sean was saying, like, oh, you're not doing what I'm doing. Oh, that you're doing something wrong.
Right.
So now I'm going to attack it.
Hey guys, at the end of the day, buy what you want to buy, like what you want to like. We always preach that on this channel, but
Yeah, Connor.
perfect example. Yeah, Connor. I'm the one always supporting what people buy. Like if you like,
you bullied me.
For what? What did I bully you for, Chris? Come on,
That
go ahead.
Sideshow R2 when we first met.
Yeah, well, you did make a big mistake with that one at the time. You did.
I gotta agree with them on that one. That's
It sits in the display and still looks
There
like
are
R2.
guys. There are exceptions, and the exception is if Chris is buying a Sideshow R2D2 figure. That's the exception to the rule.
Hey, what's wrong with the Sideshow R2D2?
I know, man. I got the Sideshow R2D2.
well, I'm sorry.
oh
Yeah.
man, here we go.
sorry.
Here you go. Look what you
I'm
did.
sorry that you guys.
Connor's just entitled.
Who's trying to bully here,
Yeah.
man? Who's trying to bully here, bud?
I'm
Eight-
sorry
eight
that you
games
guys
Civil
couldn't get the
War.
Hot Toys version. It's very
But
unfortunate.
now we can get a Hot Toys.
We get
But
now.
now, exactly.
Your money on cable.
Exactly. No, dude, the cable, I'm telling you, man. It's really sick. Oh, there we go. Wolf Moon back in the
When
house.
Cable went back in time, he also lost his strap. So,
He may have. He may have.
He may have.
It's right here, buddy.
you
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so I guess Sean, why do you have to open stuff so loud every time you
Dude, it's like he's killing that box. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's like that scene from Game of Thrones, and
sorry, Sean, we can't hear you, man. I'm so sorry. We
of
can't
all
hear
the things we can't hear. We hear his
You hear his
dogs
dog
and
I heard
boxing.
he's talking right there too.
You guys could hear my dog barking,
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
I
can
hear
hear
your
you
box.
tearing open your box and the dog's barking.
but you guys couldn't hear me talk.
No.
Nope.
No.
it was the weirdest thing.
That is
Yeah.
so weird.
I don't know who muted you. That was very weird, man.
Freaking Sean
That was
going
very
on
rude at the same
Rambo
time
on
too.
that box, dude.
You got clonked.
Yeah, you did get clonked.
In
But,
that box.
let's continue around. CMB, I kind of want to hear your thoughts on this question. Do you think people are getting too harsh? And you kind of stuck in here and there. We were talking about it, but bro, I'm gonna kill this
it
man.
Comes. It just. I think
I'm
it
literally
just
gonna kill
depends
this guy.
on some of the collectors, just because there are some that are too harsh because they have their opinions, and like Sean was saying, sometimes people get headstrong with their opinions, and they feel that if you don't like or follow their same opinion, that there's something wrong with you, and then they bully you about figures. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I don't let anybody try to talk me in or out of a figure. And I don't care if you try to bully me about a figure. If I like it,
Why
I
you
like
bully
it.
me?
It's what I like. Yep. So, I mean, nobody should ever feel like they're being bullied or feel like they have to make a decision because somebody else is trying to pull the trigger for them. It's your money. You spend it how you want to. They didn't earn it. You did.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. Put your money where you think it's best spent, I might rag on Chris about the Sideshow R2D2. At the end of the day, when he looks at his display, if it makes him happy, like that's all that matters,
It's all jokes, bro.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's all good and fun. We'll rag on each other,
Right, but at the end of the
I
day,
know
it's
what
like,
you mean. There are people that get serious about this.
Right,
And,
do I go over
like,
Chris's
why
house
did you
and-
waste your money? And it's like, well, I don't feel like I wasted my money. It's a figure I wanted. Well,
Right.
I think it's stupid. Okay, that's your opinion, man. I didn't buy the figure for you. I bought the figure for me.
and that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. It'll make you happy because if you buy stuff for yourself every day when you come home and you look at your displays, you'll be happy because it's what you wanted for your collection, Oh, is that the Trapper Wolf helmet, Sean?
Yeah, it just showed
Hell
up today.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Look at that bad boy. Dude,
That's pretty
sick.
cool, dude.
Things clean.
Yeah, I'm mad because I don't have space for the Trapper Wolf. I have the other two Rebel helmets. I have Wedge and Luke, but I didn't have room for the Trapper Wolf. As cool as it is, man, I love it. It's so nice, but
I have space for it. I might actually pick it up. Now
you
that
should.
see
I
it
have
in hand.
I have the Black Series figure, the actual Trapper Wolf Black Series figure. I have two of them actually. I have one in box, one
Nice.
I opened, but it's so cool. I mean, it's Dave Filoni's helmet, dude. You can't get much cooler than that.
Exactly.
It's so cool.
Great.
I mean, the only thing you could do is get his cowboy hat.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But Chris, let's hear your thoughts on this topic. What do you think in terms of how people react to certain figure releases, and do you think people are being unfair?
Yeah, sometimes, like with everything. I mean, one of those things. Everybody has their own opinion of what they like and what they don't like. So if they see that slight little nitpick just because of how they envision it, people bag on it. But I also feel like there is some hype that goes with that, where if it's you're nitpicking on it or something's wrong with the sculpt, then it kind of creates a line or trend for other people to follow in agreement.
It's like a crowd mentality is what it is.
Yeah, like they don't want to have their own opinion or something.
Yeah,
So.
it does happen. I mean, it absolutely does happen. It's a lot of people don't give the figure a chance because some of them might have never had an intention to get the figure. They're just like, oh, cool, this person said it sucks. I guess it sucks then, and I'm gonna go on every Hot Toys post and say that it sucks, But I think it does unjustly happen. Now, it's not to say like Cable, for example, he's absolutely not perfect. Like he shouldn't have single jointed arms. But like the thing with the skinny body, when you have all the gear on him, it looks great. Like the proportions are there; they're correct. Does it look a little weird with the shirt off? Yeah, I peeked at it when I first got it, and I'm like, yeah, it looks a little weird, but I just think people are too quick to judge some releases, and I think it's easy to do with Hot Toys because obviously, for the most part, they put out like absolute bangers, and they're basically 95% to the prototype, So I think it happens more so with Hot Toys because they do put out so many releases, and obviously the prices are going up. So I do understand there is a bit of a more of an expectation because of the pricing. But I do think some people are a bit unfair with what they say. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but there is like a line where it's like if you don't have any skin in the game and you've never owned the figure, you don't know anything about it, like you shouldn't be going around trying to discourage others from buying it. You know what I mean? That's where I draw the line. Is like you discouraging others from buying it when you have no personal experiences with it. I think that's a little too much, but that's just me.
It's all art, and art is subjective, to the it all depends.
And that's not to say that some Hot Toys don't just have blatant bad issues, like the War Machine. Or, excuse me, not War Machine. What am I trying to say? Winter Soldier, the Bucky, the most recent one. He definitely has some issues. Like the proportions are kind of off, and the coat isn't the best. So I could see why people would be a little upset with that one. But this one, I feel like that people just went a little too hard on Cable. That's kind of how I felt when I opened it, man. I kind of shared this with Lane when we were chatting the other day. I told him like this is one of those figures. Like out of all the figures I've received this year, this is one that surprised me the most. Because like obviously some releases you're like, I know that's going to be good, just because it's like it's hard for them to mess it up, and generally most people are like pretty excited about it, so it's like everything's positive, and you're like, I know it's got to be good, right? And like Arena Boba Fett, I knew that figure was going to be good because it's like they've done Boba Fett so many times, I knew it was going to be good. But this one, man, it's like I got it in, and it's like I was so happy that my reaction was the opposite of what I was dreading it to be, because yes, the single jointed arms are unacceptable because we're paying all this money. I agree with that. Trust me. I'm right there with you. But with that being said, I love the figure. I truly do. I think the materials are nice. There's a lot of details here and there that are very well thought out. There's just, I think a lot of thought went into it. Despite what people are saying, I do think a lot of thought went into this figure. And it shows, especially when you have it in hand, because like the way you assemble it, those little extra magazines that have the pull tabs on them that go on the plate carrier, even down to just the way those attach, it's very clever. The whole figure is just very well designed, in my opinion. Would I have liked to see in a little bit more bulk in the chest? Sure, but I think overall the proportions are good when you have all of the gear on them. Like I think it looks accurate to the show, or excuse me, to the movie.
See, that's so there's like a thin line of that because like I have the Dark Knight Bane, and the proportions are really under. Even like the Wolverines that they did, right? He's still kind of under proportion. I think the new one is a little bit better in proportion to how bulky he was or like lean he was. But if you look at the old one, like from the Wolverine or the Dark Bane from the Dark Knight Rises, he's so under proportion. So it kind of sucks.
I agree.
Yeah,
I have the Wolverine, so I agree.
The new Wolverine's looking good though. That's why I'm so excited about that new Wolverine. He's looking good, and it looks like Hugh Jackman's physique.
Not bad.
Someone just brought up something in chat.
What's up?
Yeah, that's why I like your opinions on where you say, it's your collecting world. So if you want like a custom figure that isn't even made, posed with something that doesn't belong, you can do that because it's your room and it's what you like, what you love, what you envision. And that's like just If you want to sell a dark side Anakin for a Grievous statue, you can go and do that. If you want to have Sideshow Grievous as your Grievous figure, even with the loose joints, to me, in my opinion, he just stays there. It's a Grievous, but other people won't like that. So I just don't go based off of somebody saying hating it, and then you know what I'm saying.
For sure. And like the thing is, it's like I think there's a fine line because I keep saying that there's the people miscommunicate of like, hey, the Grievous is bad, right? It's like, all right, yeah, but that shouldn't hinder people like who wants a Grievous in their collection. Like there's no other 1/6 color Grievous that you can get.
Sean,
like,
put it on.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to put it on.
Put
Sean.
it on, yeah. Put it on,
You
Sean.
got it on.
Put it on.
Put it on.
Put it on. Keep it on.
Is that actual like
it
faux
on.
leather on the inside
Hold on,
there?
hold on.
It's
I'll-
foam.
let me-
it's
hold on.
foam. Like
You
a,
put that
looks
on.
nice.
Let me
Is
join
it?
you for a second.
Damn, that boy sounded like it creaked when he put it on his big melon.
Yeah,
He's gotta
I'm
take
fit with these.
He said his melon creaked. Yeah, I'll go get mine.
Dude, he actually looks like he could be
Hold
in
on,
the
Sean.
fucking.
He looks like Sean looks like Porkins. Look at Sean.
That's what I was
Yes,
saying. He looks
look
like
at
he
him.
could be in that.
I got a problem here.
Oh my! Look at new profile pic. Who dis?
Hey, you need a green screen to get you looking
Yeah,
like
I'm
you're
not gonna
flying
lie,
in
Sean.
space.
You don't look too bad in that helmet. You look like you
That's
could be
what
in an
I'm saying.
X-wing.
It actually looks pretty good.
That's hilarious. Sean, is that what the damn?
Is Sean that the guy he could cosplay as the wingman for Poe Dameron?
We
Right.
can say, what is it, like Rogue One standing by, Rogue Leader standing by.
Oh hell yeah, he's got a stormtrooper. Everybody putting
Rogue
helmets
One
on now?
standing by.
Everybody putting helmets on.
Fine.
This is the
Yeah.
Hot Toys Nightmare. Thank
Oh,
you
God.
for checking in with the Hot Toys
yeah,
Hotline show. We now have what we can see in the background is Dirty Dishes grabbing his. Well, we don't know what it is yet. We'll see what it is. And it is an apron and some dishes in front of the sink.
Stay on, yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Here's rookie
Yeah,
one.
no big deal.
from
Hey,
Rookie
what's up,
One.
everybody? I'm in space.
V, is that
Rookie
limited
one.
edition, dude?
Stay on the leader.
Stay on
now I can't
target.
hear. That's the only
I'm the
problem.
first approved helmet.
Oh my god, it actually has the voice command. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
No,
I
no,
can
no,
hear
no,
now.
no.
Okay, look at this Empire dude in our chat. This son of a gun.
Wait,
I can
where's
actually
Lane?
see pretty
Where's Lane's
well,
helmet?
I'm pretty
Yeah,
impressed.
where is
I
it?
don't know any.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to hear. You don't have.
Yeah, I've got it where I could. Oh my gosh, Sean! At least my head fits in it with the phone, but it's a pretty tight fit, man.
That's what
Yeah,
she
yours
said.
looks like like when like Pee-wee kids that have a too small of a football helmet. That's a
Yeah, look.
yeah. Yours. That's what yours looks like.
Oh, he's got
Oh,
the
Vader! Oh my God, the Empire's gaining forces. The rebels
right,
don't
that's
stand a
it.
chance.
Banter.
Yeah, just go ask those A-wing pilots in Rebels.
Lane, where's
Vader's
yours?
like,
We need you. We need you. We need you.
I don't own any helmets.
You gotta put something on. Come on, dude.
Oh,
Oh no! Oh, that was screwed, buddy.
and Kylo Ren.
Oh no, we got the true fanboy.
Yes, sir.
Hey Lane, even if it's like a In-N-Out burger hat, just go
I
put
don't-
it on, dude.
I literally have no. I
If you
literally
got-
have no hats whatsoever.
If you got if you can just tape 2 TV remotes that
No.
light up to the side of your head
no,
and be
I don't own any helmets.
just
Lane that.
come on.
No, nope.
Dude, all what we need you to do is to get a helmet and a beard, and
Yeah.
we're all set.
Nope.
We're almost there.
nope.
Oh my God! Look at all the helmets. Damn, dude. Here, Shadow Trooper. Oh my God, the rebels stand no chance. We're gonna be toasted, dude. I didn't know Lord Vader got cleaned up. You must have been spending some time in the back to
In that
tank to get all that
Bacta tank,
scarring.
And then he turned around, and we were disappointed.
Yeah. Hello. Huh? Shit. Okay.
Hello over there.
Hello there.
Hello there. So this, the visor doesn't move up and down.
That's actually my cosplay.
I don't know if it
helmet.
does on the other ones.
Like,
I haven't tried.
This is my cosplay helmet. This is literally I have 501st approved
Oh, really?
Stormtrooper armor. Yep.
Damn, that must
dope.
feel like real. Actually, must feel very comfortable then.
Yeah, mine are all
I had
Black
to
Series.
modify the helmet on the inside to make the padding so that way it actually is comfortable. But other than that, everything else was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we got another
All
one.
right, so guys, we got a bit of. Let me pull this up while we're.
This one has a
goofing off here.
mustache.
That's what she said.
It's not
Well,
what
I
she
get
said.
rid of
Sean.
that, honestly.
So, who pointed this out in the chat? Oh, Matt. So, Amazing Spider-Man is actually back at the coming soon page at the very top. Like,
Oh,
holy crap! Is it finally time for the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man? Thank you, by the way,
actually-
Matt, for pointing that out. Because this usually
Hello,
when this
Boba.
happens, it's the truth. I am.
Yeah,
Boba
so
Fett.
I'm assuming that he's going to show up at the Comic-Con then. At
they
this
must
point.
have got the licensing thing finalized then.
Exactly. They probably finally figured out the whole No Way Home thing, and some people were rumoring that they were reworking the head sculpt for a new one. I hope that's the case because the old one was like
Yeah.
okay, but it wasn't great.
Yeah, it just needs more detail to actually make it look more like Andrew Garfield. Because, I mean, he's aged just a little bit, so it'd be smart for them to do some tweaking to give it, a little bit of the aging,
Right.
instead of Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Oh, the new Vader print. TK, could you link us in the chat? I'll pull it up. I saw you mention it earlier. I'm a print guy. I love prints.
Just go backwards. It was right there. It was
Oh, was
everything
it?
else in the coming. Yeah,
Oh, never mind. Okay.
it should be. It. Oh, I guess
Oh,
it's
shit,
not there. I
look
thought
at-
it was there.
Talk about prints. Look at this Deadpool. That is fire. Look at
Oh,
that.
nice, old school Deadpool.
What does that say? I can't tell. It's kind of cut off. Oh, that's so cool, man. That's really cool. It's like an Inception. Deadpool. Oh my God, Sean. Oh, there
Someone
it is.
checking on Sean.
Oh.
Is he all right? Did he just Porkins out?
No, I'm good.
What happened?
I'm good. The
Damn.
table's on it.
Yeah, that's what Porkins said. He's
That
like,
is a
I'm
badass
alright.
print.
Yeah, that's hot. Oh, that's hot. You got to play the Will Smith meme.
you need to put that with your with the Sideshow statue that they had.
I know,
It's
dude.
similar to
Or
that.
even like behind your Hot Toys, like if you don't have them in a detail or somewhere, you could just put it on the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool too. This is Raiden from Mortal Kombat 11, like the Dark Raiden. That's
Ooh,
really cool, man.
I like that. That was a
You'll be
great
into
game,
that,
by the way.
Monica would love that print because Scorpion's on it.
Dude, yeah. He keeps showing me those damn Mortal Kombat figures, and I'm like,
Dude, yeah, dude. When I was
they're
looking,
so
I was like,
nice,
man, I am
man.
seriously tempted. But then I always
The
look at
joints are
damn
horrible looking.
arm
but-
joints are
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are really
it's
gross,
so
but the figure does
gaudy.
look so nice.
Because
though,
even
man.
like somebody also posted in Facebook, they had the Sub-Zero and they put the figures like face to face and took a
Yeah.
picture. And oh my god, dude, it literally looked like you were watching it like it was the game, like they were mashing up and looking at each other. I was like, damn, those figures look good.
I know.
But then you look at the arm joints and I'm like, never mind, damn it.
I'm all set. No, thank you.
Martin, I don't think right now in my collection, I don't think I have anything from Mondo. I went
Yes.
for one at one point, but most of my stuff are like artist edition, like actual, like it's advertised as belonging to the artist. I usually buy from like
I was gonna
Dark
say
Art Gallery.
V collects Mondo.
Yeah, you can see
He
it
has
from
a
all my
couple of
stuff.
Mondo posters.
Yeah, see that Superman all the way down there? That's a Mondo print. But like,
One of the-
I have a ton of them. I would love to show you. I got
One
a
of the
cool-
artists I appreciate the most is Melvin Mago. I love his work. He does some really, really cool stuff that like appeals to me tremendously. So that's one I collect a lot. Check out Melvin Mago.
Yeah.
Check
I
out the
go
new
on,
Ghost Rider print.
Where's the Ghost Rider from Sideshow?
Let's see.
But yeah, Demon, we should chat. I collect a lot, and plus, if you need something from Comic-Con, there's other people that are doing
Let me-
like Bottleneck and
Let
Hero
me show you
Complex
guys Melvin
Gallery.
real quick. This is the guy I collect his stuff. Like I have this print here. This is like one of my favorite
Oh,
prints
wow.
in my collection. It's so
Wow, that's
beautiful.
a really good print.
And he did
That's
a
very good.
foil variant. Unfortunately, I missed out on it, but you can still get it on eBay. Like his stuff doesn't. Some of his stuff doesn't resell for a ton, but yeah,
Should
this
be
is
all
really
right. You can
beautiful.
Make an
There's
offer
the
on
full
them.
version of it.
I like the full version.
Yeah, so this is the foil. one.
Hold on, I'll be right back, guys.
Look at this IG-11 print.
Actually, guys, I have to take off real quick, so I'm gonna
It's
say.
all right. We're
silent.
about to end here. It's all good, man.
All right, so
First one,
sayonara.
dude.
Hey,
All right.
I
Take
gotta
care,
go
bro.
real quick, but it was good
Later,
jumping
man.
on. I'll try to get on
Absolutely, man.
earlier. All right,
It's all good.
Bye.
Take care, bro.
bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Dude, look
Dude,
at
that
like the
Jason
Ghost-
one looks nice.
What's that Ghostface one?
Yeah, this one's fire. This one actually resells for like
That's
$250, $300 on eBay. I know that.
That's because of horror movie fanatics.
Yeah, he's done some really
Voorhees.
cool stuff though. Look at the Warriors, man. Oh yeah, Jason Voorhees. Let me scroll up to that. Yeah, this is fire.
Oh, it's nice.
So
part
good,
3,
man.
nice. When he
And
actually
it's
gets the mask
3D.
for the
That's
first
right.
time.
This is a 3D one. Yep.
Yeah, because wasn't part 3? No, that was Friday 13th 3D.
Yeah. Yeah, that was when they actually had the 3D release because 3D was like new then and it was like a big thing. So, yeah, but
I
this
remember going to the
Baseball
movie
Furies
theaters
print is
and
fire,
watching
dude.
Nightmare on Elm Street 6 in 3D at the theater as a kid. And just thinking it was the coolest thing ever to see things coming out of the screen. Like, oh my God, it's so awesome.
Yeah, I remember the 3D craze. Everybody was buying 3D TVs and stuff too. It was quite the craze, wasn't it?
It was garbage.
But yeah, guys, Melvin Mago, check him out. That's another movie you guys got to see. Apart from The Crow that we mentioned earlier, but there's a few movies where I'm like, you have to see it. And we're not talking about Marvel or DC, Star Wars. We already know about that stuff. But another one is The Warriors. If you guys haven't seen The Warriors yet, that's such a good movie, man. It's
Great
such a
cult
classic.
classic.
Warriors, come out and
Come
play.
out.
Can you dig it? Dude, I love The Warriors.
You dig it?
It's such a good
That's
movie.
a great movie. Now the question is, the guy who has played that character, is that his best line, or when he's part of? Remember Sonny when I told you I would kill you last? Yeah, Matrix. Yeah, Matrix. I lied. I don't know which is the better scene. I don't know which is the better one-liners though. That one or is from Commando.
Longest
I don't know.
Yard.
It's a tough competition.
He was funny in Longest Yard.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was. But yeah, you guys got to see it, man. The Warriors is a classic. It's a longer movie, but it's worth it. It's a good watch. I love that
For
movie
like
so much.
when it was made, it's got a pretty long run time.
Exactly. Yeah, but there is just so much and I don't think any of it's wasted. It's like there's shit.
No,
going on in the whole movie.
that dude, I love that movie. It's just
So
it's one of
good.
those,
No,
I said,
it's-
cult classics.
The
Like, you just gotta
PS2
sit down
game
and watch
back
it.
in the day was really good
Yeah,
too.
it was Rockstar
Yeah, I
that
remember
made
that game,
Yeah, it was
dude.
a
I bought
Rockstar
that.
game. It was
Yeah,
fun, man.
that was a great game because it was set like over half of it was before even the movie starts. So you
that's
see
what I
the
thought was
Warriors
cool,
actually
yeah.
form. And a lot of the original actors and stuff actually came back and voiced themselves and everything. So you got to see how the Warriors got formed basically up to when the movie, and then you kind of play through the second half of the game was the events of the movie and stuff.
Right.
So fun, dude.
The Collector says Strange Brew is a classic. Yeah. All right, guys. So,
Soylent Green's a classic.
yeah.
That
Don't
is
know
a
about
depressing
Soylent
ass
Green.
movie.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know about Soylent Green, man. Soylent Green is people. People.
Yeah,
All right,
there's
guys,
still.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
cut it
well.
off now because I got the funeral in the morning. We got to leave super early. But once again, everybody, thank you so much for being here. Again, I'm really sorry about the technical difficulty, but what are you gonna do? That's life, you know. But thank you all for being here, especially those who have been here the whole time. You guys are animals. Thank you for hanging out with us. A bit longer than I thought we were going to go tonight, all things considering. We could have gone longer, but hey, we got in everything we wanted to talk about for the most part. So once again, if you guys have not yet, please like the stream. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, especially if you're watching the replay. Guys, we're 4 away from 300. Who would have thought, man? It's pretty amazing, and I really do appreciate your guys' support as always, and also supporting our fellow content creators who are on the panel. Again, it's always amazing to see you guys on everybody's different channels supporting their stuff. It means the world to us for sure. So once again, thank you so much for your amazing support. And again, keep an eye out. Lane and I are probably going to record the giveaway video on Sunday, so I'll probably have it edited and put it up on Monday because Monday's kind of one of my free days. So keep an eye out on Monday. You will have to be subscribed to enter the giveaway. That's the main way to enter. So if you have not subscribed already and you want a chance to win and you want to follow our future streams and content, definitely consider doing so. But that's
never
all I
forget.
got. We'll get some words of wisdom. Go ahead, Lane. Go ahead.
Well, no, we'll see you guys next time on Kentucky Fried Moose.
Never end on a good note with Lane, can we? Kentucky Fried Moose. I
Clonk.
know Clonk. Yeah, don't forget that's one of the gems from this stream.
McClunkin.
Exactly. Chris, I know you just put up a video today. You kind of want to tell people about that briefly before we head out?
Yeah, I just uploaded another, WWE. I got another belt, so that's officially live up on the channel.
So go
I
check
will
it out,
have some
guys.
other Hot Toys stuff on there eventually when stuff
Did you
comes
manage
in.
to ever get the? Did you ever manage to get the Fiend belt before it sold out?
No, I'm not even really a fan of that belt to begin with. It's just creepy.
That's
But
the point.
Appreciate you guys.
no, it's sold out anyway, and it's out of the budget for now. Maybe if they ever redid it and it was like one of the belts that I'm missing, then I would, just to complete a line. But as of now, so if you want to go check that out, that's on my channel. And then I'm still doing my giveaway. It's not a hot toy or anything like that, but it is, if you want towards a hot toy, it's a $100 gift card.
There you go.
For your choice. If you're a WWE fan, I'll give it to you from WWE Shop. If you're Hot Toys collector from Sideshow, or wherever you would like to purchase a collectible from, is basically the gist. But for $100 to anybody, and all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel.
Yeah, so go enter, guys. If you're not subscribed yet to Collecting Madness, definitely do so. He's a good friend of mine, and he always puts up amazing content consistently. And I think you guys appreciate that as us content creators are putting out consistent content. I think that's what you like to see, because I don't know. For me personally, the guys I watch, it's like I forget about them if they don't put up stuff consistently. So Chris is one of those people. He's always dreaming up something, So definitely check out his channel. Also, Sean just recently put up a review for the Grogu set from Hot Toys. So if you haven't checked that out yet, definitely head over to the Hot Toys Nightmare. Links, of course, will be in the description on this video. But Sean put up a video of that. And he was one of the first, I think, to put up a video on that, because not many have really been talking about that set. So anything else you have in the works, Sean?
I have the Dark Trooper that arrived at my
Nice.
local comic book shop.
Nice.
So with my new schedule, though, I work the same hours that they're open. So I have to find time to try and make that work to go up there and get that. But
when you do, can we expect a video?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, see, I haven't grabbed that one yet, so I'm interested to see what you think.
So I'm going to do some older ones too. I have the Shadow Trooper, the Shock Trooper from Star Wars Battlefront, and the Jump Trooper from Star Wars Battlefront. I'm going to do some videos for those and then upload them, even though they're old.
Hey, people like seeing the older stuff reviewed, so.
Yeah.
Nice. As always, CMB, thank you so much for being here, dude. It was a pleasure
Thanks
to have
for
you.
having me.
I know that.
When are you going to do your own channel?
I ain't doing no channel, man.
He just likes chilling, man.
I just like chilling in panels.
Yeah. It's just like Lane. Lane's never going to do a channel. And, it's like, I've come to terms with it. It's like, if Lane's going to be here with us, that's cool with me. And CMB, that's, and some people are like that way, They just like being on, it's a lot less work, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's always fun.
Underestimated it a little bit.
Yeah, but hey, it's fun. I'm having fun with it, and I'm sure you are too, Chris. It's just getting into the groove of everything, But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up, guys. Once again, thank you so much for being here. I had a lot of fun tonight. I had kind of a rough beginning to my week, so I was looking forward to hanging out with y'all, and we had a blast tonight, especially considering we didn't have that much information to talk about. We made it work, and we had fun, so thank you so much. I think we actually broke our record for the amount of concurrent viewers, so I can't thank you guys enough, man. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, we appreciate all of you.
Absolutely. Like it means a lot. It means a tremendous amount, and it's crazy how far we've come from where we started, where we had 3 people watching at one time. So we really appreciate that, guys. We don't take that for granted for sure. But that's all. Again, keep an eye out on my channel. I should have that video up Monday for the giveaway. Get yourself entered so you can try to win that Harley Quinn hot toy, of course. Once again, thank you to Lane for providing that for the channel. Other than that, we'll see you on Thursday of next week. I have some stuff incoming. I don't know what content I have planned for it. I do have a video that's not, it is figure related, but it's not an unboxing or anything. It's kind of like a tips and tricks type video. So I'll probably film that next week as well. And I think that one will be helpful to a lot of newer collectors, especially. So keep an eye out for that. Cool says, clonk you later. I like that, man. That's just going to be a never ending meme here. The channel of greatness. Hey, we appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. But have a great night, everybody. Stay safe. Enjoy your weekend. And I think there's a Jewish holiday on Monday. If you're Jewish and you celebrate, enjoy your holiday. And that's it. Take care, everybody.
Make good choices.
See ya.